I want to show you exactly how to automate your trading today, step by step, but I got a lot of things to build at the same time. So while I'm teaching, I'm also going to be building. And I think that's how we're going to do it from here on out because I get so many people asking, teach this, teach this, teach this, tell me how to do this. And I obviously can't be a full-time teacher. I'm chasing Jim Simons. So I won't do that, but I will try to sprinkle in some teachings throughout the day. GM 777, good to see you, Lee. Good to see you, None. Good to see you, Ken. Good to see you, Nicholas. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Powell, good to see you. Let's get it. All right, let's lock in. I've been setting up this stream team. So I'm sure you've seen this floating around here at moondev.com/funding. Essentially, I put this offer out the other day of giving people up to $1,000 in funding with 40x leverage on Hyperliquid. You would get access to the API key and the Quant app as well. But I've been spending the last couple of days trying to get that system together. And boy, oh boy, it's fun. And we are getting a lot of great new people that are going to be using the Quant app live here on YouTube. It is a little bit more work than just locking in each day and coding for me. So I spent a couple days getting that system ready. It is ready to go. And now I can bring on anybody who does want to take me up on this offer. No evaluation fees, no profit splits. You keep 100% of your profits. Just stream your trades live with Quant app. You could go to moondev.com/funding if you want to learn more about that. But today is about teaching you step by step how to automate your trading. But not only that, I have a fat list of things I got to do as well. So much love to you guys. Thank you for locking in. I will keep letting people in here throughout the day. I was just waiting for a couple more people to get in here, but I'm going to leave it on you guys to pass the keys to them, okay? So each day I'm giving out, or at least for today, I don't know if tomorrow I'll give out a free API key, but today we are going to give the free API key to the Hyperliquid data layer, which I will go through here in just a second. I'll leave it on you guys in order to pass this around to the people that come into the Zoom, as I won't be looking at this the entire time. But let's go ahead and start there. How about that? Let's start there. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So let's go to moondev.com/docs here. Okay, so it's important to have this data, right? It's important to have a data edge as an algorithmic trader. As an algorithmic trader, it's important to have a data edge. So what I did is I'm trading on the Hyperliquid. So Hyperliquid is an open blockchain. So what you can do if you want a competitive advantage is launch a node. It was super hard to set up. It took a long time, but I set it all up for everybody in the community. So I just dropped an API key inside of the Zoom chat. I do all of my all of my streams now private because there are ops that are watching. And I want to make sure these private Zooms are so good that I added a private data layer. This is Hyperliquid's data layer. Nobody else has this information. You can see on moondev.com/docs all of the things we can call here. But what I want to do is I want to go through some of the examples right now because there's so many great ideas. Every time I look at this, I get great ideas of what I can build based off of this data. Remember, as an algorithmic trader, you're always trying to get an edge. And one of the best edges you can get is have data that others don't have. Okay, I can see all the stocks here on Hyperliquid. So HIP3 liquidations in the last 24 hours, that's a beast call. Liquidations by asset class here. You can see copper, silver, Palantir, Google, Coin, Euro, JPY. So Hyperliquid now allows us to trade stocks and Forex and futures. That's crazy. But nobody else has this data except you guys in the chat. So much love to you. So again, long liquidations, short liquidations. Let's see what else we can get here in the examples folder. Let's say market data here. Okay, again, this is HIP3 data. So if you know Hyperliquid, you know it's a crypto exchange, right? But they're entering other markets. So you can see Apple, AMD, Baba, Coin, Cost, Google. Is that Costco? Is this Costco? Holy helly, dude. And the thing is I'm collecting each and every data tick. So that means I have open, high, low, close volume data now in crypto where others don't have this. Do you get it? You want to build an edge, you got to have data that other people don't have. If you're in the Zoom, you have data that nobody else has. Nobody else is going to go through what I did in order to build this node out and then build all these endpoints. They can't even think of the ideas because they haven't been in the game for 5 years. I'm not the best in the world, but sure, I'm chasing the best. Jim Simons. 31 Bs, bro. He ran up a 31 B net worth. So I'm going to show you everything here today. Okay, so you can see this is another API call. This is the HIP3 dashboard. I want to go ahead and open up that GitHub here. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Okay, I think this is it. I'm going to be using Claude all day, dude. So let's go ahead and say code dot. You can see I have 3 different Claudes open. And the reason I use Claude is because there's nobody that can code faster than her, and nobody in this world knows more than her. So what's cool is there's actually an open GitHub as well. If you go to the GitHub, you can see all the examples of this edge I'm trying to give you, the Hyperliquid data layer edge. If you go to the examples, you can see all of the different things we can call liquidations, positions, see all the whales, see all the events, see the contracts, see the ticks, the order flow, the trades, the smart money, the user positions, user fills. I want to get all of these set up real quick so I have them all on the screen and I can run them at any time because I think this is extremely powerful for idea generation. Let's start there. Actually, I just dropped the roadmap into the chat. So I want to show you how to automate your trading, even if you don't know how to code. And you can see, how can I do that? Well, number one, I have a system. And today I will show you how to ethically find $1 million trading bots that literally your competitors just feed you, dude. They just feed you because I have a system that I'm going to go over right now. And I already dropped it in the chat. Let me drop it in the chat one more time, the full roadmap, because that explains my system. So I want to get to that really quickly so you have access to it. Let's go ahead and explain that system. So there should be a link in the chat and it's coming into the chat now. This is Zoom chat only. If you get in before the end, yes, you get access to all of this here. So moondev.com, you get the key and the everything. Okay, so what I want to go here is I want to go to that roadmap I just dropped in the chat because this explains the system. Again, I want to be able to show you how to automate your trading while I still get all of my things done I need for the day. So the RBI system, this is on the roadmap and it's my actual system I follow. And the reason I wanted to explain it now is because I'm getting into it. You can see I'm pulling all these data sources and you're like, Moon, what are you doing with all this data, dude? Why are you such a data dog? I'm a data dog because I know how to get an edge in crypto. Come on, B, let's get it.
If you don't have discipline, you ain't nobody. Right. Nothing without discipline because you give up in the slightest struggle without discipline. 100%. With discipline and doing what you hate to do,
but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote. Mm-hmm. And if you can do that, you can be successful in anything.
You normally are.
You normally are. So right here, this is the system I've created after 5 years of attacking this industry viciously. I used to be the hand trader that would stare at the charts all day, use way too much leverage, waste all of my time, lose time with my friends and my family. Dude, we all got into trading so we could have more time, right? Of course. Yes, yes, yes. So that's why I automated my trading. It just wasn't working out for me, getting liquidated, using too much leverage. Okay, I met somebody that's trading $1 billion a day. How do I do that? Oh, I have to learn how to code. Okay, but after you learn how to code, it's not just that. You have to figure out how to automate your trading. So I built a system that I follow meticulously every single day. If you see me live, I'm following it. If you don't see me, you know I'm following it, dude, every day. The process of automating your trading starts with research of trading strategies. So researching of trading strategies, how do you find trading strategies? Research of strategies so you can find ideas that might work. Now we got to drop the ego and know that all of our ideas aren't hot. Most of our ideas are going to fail. Okay, so you have to really step on the gas with the R. Remember, the system is RBI, research. It starts with research. So what I'm doing here today is I'm going through my data layer, coming up with ideas based off of actual data that nobody else has. So I'm already separating myself. You see that? You want to be looking at stuff that other people aren't looking at because you can find edges that others can't even imagine. So I'm always researching, finding new ideas. You can also read papers by PhDs on Google Scholar. Just go over to Google Scholar and you can see, if I go to Google Scholar, these are literal PhDs or traders. You can say mean reversion strategy, trading strategy, whatever you want to put in here. And you'll find unlimited papers. Research. You want to constantly research, find new ideas, find things that you think might work. There's so many papers. Okay, but this system is what I follow every day. So please lock in, read books Books. There's so many books out there. I have a book list down here that will show you how do you find unlimited ideas. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this book list right here. Read all of these books. Market Wizards are absolutely fire. This is the best top traders in the world that are verified. Read those 3-4 books. Listen to them on Audible. I don't care. Chat with Traders podcast. There's 300 traders that are interviewed. So many books on this book list that you have access to. And now, remember, it starts with research. So you have to come up with a list of ideas. I've got an iPhone note sheet that is just full of ideas. I'm listening in the Uber to podcasts. I'm reading audio. I'm listening to Audible in the Uber. I'm walking to my dog. I'm listening to Audible. I'm listening to podcasts. Come on, dude. There's so many ideas out there. It's on you to find the ones that work. So you go ahead and you find ideas from papers, books, YouTube videos, podcasts, etc. Make a backlog of those ideas. A backlog of those ideas. That will get you into the game. You'll have 10, 20, 30 different ideas you want to see if they actually work in the past. Well, remember, drop the ego. Not all of the ideas are good. Actually, most of them are bad. So the first thing you got to do after you find a bunch of ideas, you got to back test those ideas. See if they actually work. So here's the hit. Write this stuff down. Backtesting.py using Python. That's all you need to know. There's Backtrader, there's Vector BT, there's all these other backtesters. Backtesting.py is the one I use. And here's some actual code here that you can just screenshot, or you can just, you have the link to this, and this is a starter template that will help you backtest. Backtest is the process of seeing if your strategy works in the past. It's like having X-ray vision on the market, dude. So now you know how to research, you know how to backtest. And then the final step, which I'm trying to hold you back from, is implement into a bot. You don't want to do that right away. What I did is I went and I learned how to code, then I tried to automate it right away, and I didn't even see if it worked in the past. I just went and built a bot, and it lost a bunch of money. So from my learnings, I can teach you better. So I have a full system that I follow religiously now. I only build bots once I know they actually work in the past. Research, backtest, and then implement. And you're really going to be incubating with small size, tiny size. So I'll go over some bots that I've launched in the last couple of days with StatArb. Here, we'll go over those today. And you'll see that I'm using tiny size because at the end of the day, there's no point of wasting money if the system doesn't actually work in the future. Because with the RBI system, you're researching, finding new ideas. Then you're backtesting those ideas to see if they actually work in the past. And if they work in the past, they're much more likely to work in the future, but they're not guaranteed. So you want to use small size in that bot. I'll show you how to build the bot. I'll show you how to backtest. I'll show you all that good stuff here today. You already have the code to backtest. You already have the book list. I've already given you the R and the B. But now there's other ways to find ideas. Well, what are those other ways? I'm showing them here right now. Look at this. So we have the data layer, and you do have access to this. If you go to that Hyperliquid data layer, I just went through on the GitHub, you have access to all this code I'm about to run here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy path and run all of these so I can look through the data that others don't have. Remember, this is I'm on year 5, so you'll catch up if you're new. But at the end of the day, if I'm looking at data that others don't have, then my research, my R, is even better, right? Or if you talk to somebody that has some idea that nobody else has, well, your R is better. You have a better source of research, right? So you can see, I can see all the liquidations on Hyperliquid. Every single liquidation that happens. And why is this important? Through my years, I've found that backtesting liquidation data looks really, really good. So I'm always researching, backtesting, and implementing. And one of my backtests that I always see a lot of success with is liquidation data. So now I have Hyperliquid's actual liquidation data here. Okay, what else do we have? We can see everybody's positions. So you have, I'm sure you've thought about this before, like, hey, I feel like I was stopped out, or they're trying to find my positions. You're right, dude. You're right. We can see your actual positions at all times. I can see everybody's address. This guy is long, $321,000 position. This guy is long, $1.1 million or 1 million position. He's 0.83% away from getting liquidated. This guy's 0.6% away from getting liquidated. This guy down here is in a short. He's down $154,000. So this is the stuff Wall Street would never show you. Does this make sense? Wall Street and the exchanges, they can see your positions, dude. They can see your positions. I believe in you. Nobody else is going to tell you this stuff. It's us, you and I versus Wall Street. Wall Street is so pissed at me that I had to pretty much take my whole YouTube channel down, dude. I had to stop showing this stuff live on YouTube. And now what I do is I just share it live in the Zooms because F Wall Street, dude. They can't stop me. They can't stop me on Zoom. I can show you everything every single day. I give you every single piece of data that they won't let you have. They don't want you to know that they can see everybody's positions. So if you felt like they could, they can, dude. They can, because I can, because I can see your positions through Hyperliquid. Now Hyperliquid is new, so it's not something that we've been able to do before in the past, and that's really good for the R, right? Because now I'm taking a different approach than everybody else. You see what I'm saying? I'm taking a different approach than everybody else. I'm going to put all the links in the chat. Feel free to share this with people that come in. Okay, so what else can we get up here? Because I want to go through and get all of this data here. Because again, with researching, you want to always be coming up with new ideas, new ideas. Let's say T for T-Flow, and then let's say Python and run it. Okay, so here you can see tracking the biggest players. So these are all the whale addresses. There's 19,000 whales here that are active. I have every single one of their addresses, so I can see every single one of their positions. And you can too. I just showed you that here because this right here looks at everybody's positions, 19,000 wallets that are actually active on a Hyperliquid right now. That's pretty powerful, right? So all of this is already available. You have it in the chat. So let's go ahead and go to the next one because I want to just get all of these going here. So events here, this is interesting. We can look into all of the events that are happening on the Hyperliquid blockchain. This is Hyperliquid's data layer. I can see all the swaps. I can see all the approvals, increased liquidity, etc. There's so many ideas that can come from this. Contracts, let's see all the contracts. Let's say copy path, and then let's say Python. Let's get it. Okay, so you can see these are all the contracts. So there's probably some unique strategies you can do with this. Seeing everybody's contracts, are you kidding me? This is so powerful, so powerful. And the cool thing is, I'm not Wall Street, dude. I want you to win. I believe in you. I believe in you because I didn't believe in myself when I first got started until I met somebody. I met somebody that was trading $1 billion a day. So they said I could do it. So why couldn't I? And then I sat on the path and now I have a system. Now I have a system. So it looks like we do get a little bit of error here. And what's great about this is I have the node right here. You can see there's a bit of an error on this API call. Can you check in to see what's going on here? So since I am running the node, I can make updates like crazy, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and see order flow here. That was tick data.
So it's what's called machine learning.
This is Jim Simons.
So you find things that are predictive. You might guess, oh, such and such should be predictive, might be predictive, and you test it out in the computer, and maybe it is, maybe it is. You test it out on long-term historical data and price data and other things. And then you add to the system this if it works, and if it doesn't, you throw it out. So there aren't elaborate equations, at least not for.
There's nothing elaborate here. And all the other quants, Wall Street, they want you to think that you can't do this because you didn't go to Stanford or Harvard, yada, yada. Me neither, dude. I got held back in 7th grade. She sat me down. She looked me in my eyes and she said, I don't think you're going to make it around here. I said, what? You're my homeroom teacher, dude. What do you mean I'm not going to make it around? I'm in 7th grade. She said, the only way you're going to make around here is if we hold you back. Okay, let's run it back then. 7th grade twice. Boom. Okay. Tell me I can't do 7th grade. You kidding me? Let's step on the gas then. Same motherfuckers do the same shit with Wall Street. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that. These quants, big head quants. You can't do this. You can't do that because you don't have a degree. You haven't been in the industry for 10 years. Okay, yeah, let's get it. I've done it now. Now I got a system. Now I'm a threat because I'm showing everybody else that has ambition like me, that have been told they can't do things like me. Yeah, fuck Wall Street. Fuck the quants. I'm going to show you absolutely everything every day, and I'm going to give you all of the access I have access to because your suspicions are correct. They don't want you to win. They want you to keep trading by hand. They want you to keep using leverage. They don't want you to know that you can see everybody's positions. They don't want you to have this data. Fuck them, dude. Let's get it. Let's get it. I believe in you, dude. I believe in you because I was also scared to learn how to code. I spent 10 years in tech, paying developers to build stuff for me, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars because I was scared. I was scared to learn how to code. That's crazy. But now look at us. Now we had a problem. I had a problem. I had to automate my trading, or else I was going to lose all my money. There's too many emotions that go behind trading, dude. You can see, I can see all the tick data. That's insane. Let's go back here. I think I fixed it already. Okay, we get a little bit more of the data here, but there's still this little error. So let's go ahead and fix it here. I've got my node right here. So as I said, I'll try to teach you, but I also got to build. Still a little bug. The live prices look good, but now the recent tick data is down. So we have all the data saved on the node, which is fire. Okay, let's keep going through these. You can see here, this is the order flow. So you can see people's order flow, which is crazy. Again, this is what the banks, they don't want you to know about this. The Wall Street does not want you to know about this, dude. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can see some more here. So we got order flow. What about trades? Copy path here. I want to get all of these set up because I think it's such powerful data to come up with ideas. And remember, it's research, then backtest, and then implement. Okay, I actually ran that one twice. So let's go to smart money. So watch all the smart money wallets as well. And then you can splice this data up however you feel is right, which is amazing. So top 10 smart money performers, the best performers here. That's crazy. And then be able to get anybody's positions at any time here. This is another API call. These are all API calls, moondev.com/docs. And you have access to this API. This is the stuff they don't want to show you because they're scared. They're scared, dude. Wall Street is scared. If too many people understand that you can do this from home, especially with Claude, are you serious? We've got AI now, my guy. Let's get it. Let's get it, dude. Okay, so those are all user positions. I can get user positions for anybody. Okay, let's see what else we can have. I'm going to get all these running here. So this gets all the fills. So can you imagine you're watching a wallet that's maybe a whale that's a really good trader? You can see when they fill a trade or when they close a trade or when they get liquidated. These things you weren't able to see before this. And now you can see them, dude. Let's get it. Copy path, HLP positions. So if you don't know about HLP, HLP is the market maker behind Hyperliquid. And essentially, we can see all their positions. And they ran up a net worth of 183 million from $1,000. So they started with $1,000 and we can see all their positions. We've been building like crazy on this API. So there are going to be a couple bugs here and there, but I'm able to fix them in real time, which is awesome. Okay, what about Binance liquidations? Because I don't want to just see Hyperliquid stuff. I want to see Binance stuff as well. Boom. Can see all the recent Binance liquidations. Okay, let's see what else we can see because all of this data, if I look at it all day, I'm just going to come up with more and more ideas. Again, research, backtest, implement, research, backtest, implement. I'm always researching new ideas. Then I'm backtesting those ideas to see if they work in the past. If they work in the past, they might work in the future. You can see I get all liquidations now from Binance, OKX, Bybit, and Hyperliquid. This is crazy, dude. We just are heads down building for the last 5 years. And the cool thing is if you're new here, you get all of that. You get all of the knowledge that came from the last 5 years of testing, tweaking, spending a lot of money, a lot of time. You can see here, this is all the 5K buyers of Hype, Sol, XRP, and ETH. So if you want to track certain numbers of amounts so far, copy path. Let's go ahead and see the depositors, top depositors on Hyperliquid, Python here. And I hope you're coming up with ideas based off of this. Slice, we got a little error here. This one here, let's go ahead. I think this is actually going to be fixed. This one might actually be fixed inside of the layer right here. So this is, I think this is a bug on our side. But if it's a server side bug, let me know what the fix is and I'll fix it. So we're just stepping on the gas, dude. We're stepping on the gas. So HLP sentiment, let's go ahead and check out that one. T, Python, run it. Okay, so you can see the sentiment because remember, HLP is the market maker that they ran $1,000 to $180 million. You can go check it out in their vault, but it's essentially Hyperliquid's trader that is trading against everybody, and they're making a ton of money. And now we can kind of judge the sentiment based off of what their positions are, which is crazy stuff. So we're in this deep, dude. We're in this deep. So what else can we do? We can say HLP analytics. Okay, let's just keep going. And the cool thing is if you get your hands on this data and you get inside the live zooms, you can also be like, Moon, try to throw this in the API. Try to throw that. So you can see the liquidators, the market maker, the timing, the correlation. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's get all of these examples up because I think this is very helpful, and then I can come back to it every single day. So let's go ahead and say T here, T for T-Flow, Python here. Okay, so you can see there is, oh, we're rebooting the server right now. Yeah, okay. We're bashing. So you can see I'm working on the actual node as we speak. So I'm always updating, always stepping on the gas. Let's get it. Let me go ahead and answer some questions here. This is how I solved that bug. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Vicky that says that's dope. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead here and let's get the keys and stuff in the chat. If you get in before the end of the day, you do get the API key. You do get the API key. So she's over here updating the server. So we'll take a second here. Let's go ahead and see if any of these others work while she's updating the server. HIP liquidations here, copy path. T, okay, Python, run it. Okay, so we do get the liquidation data for the HIP3 liquidations, which is fire. Okay, and then she says she's fixed it. Working, all endpoints fixed. Let's go check those endpoints that we're having a hard time because I think I didn't send her this one. Yes, okay. So let's go ahead here and say this one here. Go ahead and fix this one as well. And let's see if there's another one. I think there's another one that had a little bit of an error somewhere. So let's go ahead and fix it. Yes, it's this one. But I think she fixed this on the front end. And Kelly said something about this as well. So he's seen it. Slicey. Crunch, fixed API. Please go ahead and fix this as well. So while you add a hella data from the node, it's just there's going to be things that break. And this is coding for you. So welcome to the game. But the thing that I love about coding trading systems opposed to trading by hand is trading by hand. You're just sitting there wasting time, dude.
Don't run with the pack. If everyone is trying to solve the same problem, hope for people. That's the latest and greatest thing to do. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Do something original.
Woo! Boy, that's Jim Simons again. He said, don't follow the pack. So how do you not follow the pack? Well, everybody else is trading by hand, dude. Everybody else is getting absolutely smoked, bro. Okay, don't do that. Just don't do that, and you're good. Why? Because when you trade by hand, you can't just work harder at it. I know you're ambitious, dude. I get it. But you can't just work harder and harder and think you're going to be better a trader. No, you can't. The more you trade, the less you have. But if you work harder and harder at building out systems, you're going to find more systems that work in the past. If they work in the past, they're much more likely to work in the future. Remember, research, backtest, implement. Research, backtest, implement. Fuck Wall Street. Fuck the quants. You can do this, dude. I believe in you. Let's get it. Okay, so you can see all of HLP's positions now. The top 7, all 7 strategies that they run. Again, they ran a net worth from 1,000 to 180 million, which is insane. That's insane, dude. That's insane. Let's see what else we can get going here before we cut this off and get out of the public chat. Let's say HIP3 liquidations. I believe I just did that one. Let's see. HIP3 licks. Yes. Okay. Market data here. Copy path. Let's go ahead and say T-Flow Bro Python. Okay, boom. Now we can see all of these symbols here on HIP3. So what's really cool about Hyperliquid so far is that, okay, we've been trading on Hyperliquid for multiple years now. I've got bots for it. Okay, you've got all the code for it. Yes, yes, let's get it. But now we have stocks and we have some Forex as well. So we got Baba, we got Apple, we got Coin, we got Anthropic. So this is pre-market stuff. Wow. Wow, dude. This is exciting. I get excited every time I look at this, man. So if you guys got more ideas here of what you want to see, I have direct access to the Hyperliquid node. I built my own node. It was hella hard to do. A lot of you watched me do it. It took a long time, and I built out this API on top of it so we can all have access to things Wall Street would never want us to have access to. They would never want us to have access to this, dude. They're pissed right now. They're giving me strikes on YouTube, all that good stuff. Dude, lock in. Jump into the Zooms every single time you see me. Let's get it, dude. And by the way, if you get in before the end of this, you do get access to everything everybody's getting access to. So you got the API, you got Quant app, you get the replay, you get everything, bro. And I'm only doing private streams from here on out because of the ops. The ops, dude. There's people that really do not like me and they want me to lose and they don't want me to share any of this. So I'm not going to share it with people on the outside. If you're in the public, lock in, jump in. All right. So let's go ahead and answer a couple questions here. Nice. Kelly, you got it going. What's up, Felix? How are you? Let's get it. Let's get it, Felix. Build an amazing system working with my agents today. Only took you 14 hours. Okay, okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, so I wanted to show you that all of that Hyperliquid stuff. I do believe in you. I do think you can do anything, dude. The next thing I want to show here is, can you automate trading on NQ? Absolutely, dude. Why not? I know a lot of people that trade NQ. I personally do not trade futures, but yes, of course. It's actually probably better. Now, I don't want to say better, but it's less slippage and fees for sure. More liquid. You're right there, dude. You're right there. You guys are all right there. You found trading. You found trading, but you're using too much leverage and you're trading by hand and staring at the charts, not compounding your time, right? When you're trading by hand, yes, you might win some days, but you usually end up losing. Okay. So if you lose, then you just wasted all that time. But if you would have spent those exact same hours on coding out systems, then wouldn't your time be compounding? Yes, you just have to figure out how to automate your trading now. And I'm going to try to show you everything here today. I've already given you the roadmap so you can do a little self-serve here. You can do a little bit of self-serve. The roadmap should walk you through how to automate your trading, but I want to make sure to dive deep and show everything here. Let's keep getting these things fixed here. A couple of these API calls are obviously breaking, but we'll have it smooth here. This is brand new stuff. All you got to do is replace what's not working, dude. And if you're trading by hand right now and it's not working, just stop trading. Literally, if I can convince you on automating your trading, you literally become more profitable day one. Why? Because yesterday you may have been trading by hand and lost money, and the day before trading by hand lost money. But more importantly, you lost time, dude. You lost time. You don't get that time back. You don't get that time back, dude. And people look at you like you're crazy right now. Let's admit it. Hey, bro. No, for real, for real. For real, dude. Let's be serious for half a second. Let's lock in. Let's lock in and just seriously talk about this. Hey, bro, what do you do? I'm a trader. Inside their head, they look at you like, oh, God. He's a degen. He's broke. Because all traders are just gamblers, and we know this. And you can look at your past stats by trading by hand, and you know that it's just gambling. And it's a net loss of time. Because you might spend 8 hours staring at those charts and lose. But me, I spend 8 hours coding my systems, seeing if things work in the past, building out bots. I win every single day. And all it took was a shift from, hey, I'm a trader, and everybody looks at me like a gambler, to I'm a quant. So right now, dude, starting now, you are a quant. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. Step away from the hand charts. You can get plenty of exposure with bots. They'll execute without emotions. And for the rest of your life, you don't ever have to be embarrassed to be like, I'm a trader. I swear I'm not a gambler. I'm not a gambler. You have to do this quantitatively or just stop trading, please. If you stop trading, that's a huge win. If you become a quant, that's a huge win as well, because you will never trade by hand again, because you'll actually see the data. And you're a data dog. You see the data in the past shows you the strategy actually work or the strategy is actually trash. But the thing is most of us are trading strategies by hand that are trash. They're trash, dude. Trash strategies by hand. So not only are they bad strategies, but the execution is going to be poor because you're going to get tired. You're going to get on tilt. You're going to use too much leverage. You're going to overtrade. You're going to use market orders instead of limit orders, dude. The craziest thing is, dude, even if you're a perfect trader, let's go to moondev.com/ even if you're a perfect trader, you still will lose all of your money just because you're trading by hand. Look at this. So if your account size is $25,000 and you use 40x leverage and you trade 5 times per day, just based off of fees, this is not accounting for bad trades or good trades. This is just based off of fees. You will blow up in 31 days. And most people don't know this. Most people don't know that they're walking into the Apple store and saying, hey, I want to buy the iPhone right now. And the lady's like, yeah, you can buy it right now, but it's going to cost you $3,000. But if you wait 5 seconds, it's going to cost you $1,000. That's what you're doing every single time you take a market order. And you're trading by hand, so you are going to use market orders. We're just not patient. We're humans. We're humans. So if your account size is $25,000, 40x leverage, 5 trades a day, you lose just by fees in 31 days. But if you had a bot that was patient, you would extend your life 717 days. That's not even talking about all of the profitable strategies you're going to be able to find because you have my exact system, which is crazy, dude. And you have data that nobody else has. So does that make sense? Traders usually, even good traders, are still going to lose because they're paying 3 times the price in fees. 3 times. 3 times, dude. 3 times. That's insane, man. So what I want to do right now is I want to go ahead and I think I already showed you a couple of the good places to find some good strategies. So I won't go over that because I do have a lot to get done as well. I do want to do a little overview of the changes that have been made in Claude, or at least my workflow. So a lot of people have been asking to see my updated workflow with Claude. And I'm just going to do that real quick because I think it's very important that every, I don't know, 6 months or so, I do a little overview of where I've gone with Claude and where we're going to go, and essentially just AI, because it might be something different in the future. But let's go ahead and move all this off the screen here. Okay. Let's go here to there. Okay.
So don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
All right, as it's 2026 now and a lot has changed in AI, I want to go ahead and do a quick little overview so you just get a ton of value of how I'm using AI these days, what I'm using, what my path was, why I choose the AI I'm using versus the AI I used to use, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, back in 2023, when ChatGPT dropped, I had a mind-blowing experience, as you did, right? You type in a question and they answer your question, and it's fire. Okay, that's awesome. Immediately, I started using ChatGPT in order to code the entire time. And I do this live on YouTube. So you can imagine Guilfoyle and his gang just like roasting me for 2 years, dude. Oh, he's just an AI coder. But it's funny. Now we're in 2026 and all the other big head quants out there, they're like, have you heard of Claude Code? Have you heard of AI coding for you? So they eventually will catch up. First they laugh, first they make fun of you, etc. Yada yada. Okay, so where are we now in 2026 and how am I using AI? Okay, so the path was ChatGPT. And then people started convincing me on Claude. I didn't use Claude desktop too much. Okay. Then eventually there was this new, Visual Studio Code, right? Okay. Visual Studio Code is where we code things here. And essentially there's this company called Cursor that forked it. And for about 6 months, I was obsessed with Cursor. And I still use Cursor because it's just a fork of Visual Studio Code. But you can see here in Cursor, you can switch to use any model. So this is pretty enticing because if you're new to using AI, switching from Visual Studio Code to Cursor is a big jump because now it's Visual Studio Code with AI in it, and it has pretty much all AIs. So my personal trippy kit that I use for AI coding, I still use Cursor, but I actually don't use the AI inside Cursor anymore. But I wanted to explain the path because I think it's important to have Cursor over Visual Studio Code for the reason of this. Like, hey, if the model I'm about to show you breaks down, or if I can't use AI the way I do now, I can always jump back in here and I have Opus, I have Sonnet, I have GPT 5.2, and it might be GPT 8 by the time you're watching this. I got Grok, I got Sonnet. So this is nice because I can just type anything here and just work with the AI. Like, hey, can you give me an overview of my examples folder and exactly what it is? So it's really nice because when I got started with Visual Studio Code, it's intimidating. So now if you're just getting started with coding, you can go ahead and ask anything inside of Cursor. It says your examples folder contains a collection of Python scripts acting as detailed functional examples of how to interact, analyze, or pull specific kinds of data via your Hyperliquid data layer API and or relevant on-chain exchange data. Okay, so I could say something like, can you code me out a new file, call it 23 all functions, and just put all the functions into that new file? And then I could say something like, okay, well, let me use, I don't know, whichever one you want to use. Sonnet 4, Opus 4.5. Again, these are going to change whenever there's new things. So that's what I really like about Cursor. It's built in and it works directly. So if you're just getting started with coding, I think Cursor is the way to go. The next thing I'm going to show you is much more advanced. And for me, God, I was scared of the terminal. The terminal is this. This is the terminal. And this is so ugly if you're brand new to coding. I get that. So it took me a long time to get here. I wanted to show you the full path so you can use these tools however you'd like. Okay, ChatGPT, you have that on desktop. You have Claude on desktop. You have Grok on desktop. You've got Gemini. All these are websites you can go use, right? But the thing with that is you're copy and pasting code. So depending on your level or how hard the project is, it gets confusing. I got to go over to the web interface and then plug it in and then try to see where the bug is and plug it in. So having your AI inside of your Visual Studio Code with Cursor is nice because look, it just said 23 all functions and I can say keep all and boom. So it just depends on where you are in the process of coding. If you're comfortable with terminal though, which is this, then I'll show you what I'm actually using all day, every day. So you just saw, download Cursor if you'd like that. I have it for free. I'm not even paying for it. There's a $20 plan if you really want to get deeper into it. I think it's a good place if you're new at coding, use Cursor. And then once you get used to the terminal, there's something called Claude Code. And the way I look at Claude Code, Claude, Anthropic. The way I look at Claude Code, and I know a lot of people are going to hate this analogy, but it's like Apple and the iPhone's so good because their hardware and software is built by the same company. So there's just things you can do on Apple you can't do on Android. And I know you can put your like janky stuff together, and that's why people like Android, is because there's so much customize. You can customize it so much. But at the end of the day, you have Google building an operating system, and then you have a ton of different companies building the hardware. The integration is just not as good. So my thesis with Claude Code, which is what I use all day, you can see 3 different Claude codes here. is that's why it's better, is because they're building the model, the AI model, the best coding model, by the way. Even if you're using Cursor, I would focus on Sonnet and Opus. They have the best coding model, plus they built the agentic framework to it. So that's why I'm all in with Claude Code. And I want to do a little masterclass just really quickly of how I use Claude Code. Again, it's super, it's intimidating, I guess, with the terminal, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. And I don't even use Visual Studio Code like that anymore. So you know why I use Cursor versus Claude Code now. But what I want to show you before I even get started with this is a hack that you can use this for any AI you use. It's called Whisper Flow. So WISPR. And it allows me to just say, hey, can you go ahead and code me a backtest using those liquidation datas? And essentially, I want you to wait for a $5 million liquidation and then long it. But I also want you to create another backtest that does the exact opposite. So create 2 new backtests for me. And when you're done, go ahead and just print out the stats. So did you see that? I didn't type. And for me, when I first got started coding, I didn't know how to type, dude. I was typing at like 30 words per minute. So I did this like type racer thing because I knew, hey, if I have to learn how to code, automate my trading, I need to learn how to type because I need to watch these videos. I need to watch people's videos that are essentially showing me how to code. So it's not this one that I use, but it's one of these, type racer or something. I tried to get really good at typing before I learned to code so I could have my iPad running and watching the videos of somebody teaching me how to code and type out every single word, because I believe that your fingers are going to learn how to code before you learn how to code. Okay. So boom. Okay. I got my typing speed from pecking at like 25, 30 words per minute to like 70 words per minute. But eventually Whisper Flow dropped, and this is not a plug. It's just what I use, and people ask me every single day. Whisperflow.ai. So I got my typing speed up to 70 words per minute. I don't have to look at the keyboard anymore. But then Whisper Flow dropped, and now I'm at 152 words per minute. So I doubled again. Why is that alpha? Because if you can type faster, you can test more. If you can test more, you're going to find more things that work in the past. If they work in the past, they might work in the future. Research, backtest, implement all day, dude. All day. I'm always researching. I'm always backtesting. I'm always implementing. So now you know how I work with Claude Code. I'm talking to her. I'm talking to her, and you can see she's going here and she's just coding for me, which is so sick. So sick. And you can have multiple of them open. This is the important part for me. So I can have one project up here. You can see she just built out 2 different backtests for me. Remember, research, backtest, and implement. And the crazy thing about her building these backtests for me, dude, is this process right here used to take me like 8 hours. So now I literally just tell Claude Code, boom, boom, go ahead and build this for me. And then she builds it. Code's done. Tested the backtest. Trash strategy, but tested the backtest. Crazy. So that process of researching and backtesting used to take me at least 8 hours. Okay, this is a profitable one. It obviously needs some tweaking, but it's a profitable backtest. Isn't that mind-blowing, dude? Because now something that took me 8 hours, I just did twice while I'm teaching you how to do this. So that's why Whisper Flow is important. That's why Claude Code is important, because I can be working on this project up here while I go down here and I use Whisper Flow again, and I can work on this project down here. You see what I'm saying? And then I could go over here in my Hyperliquid data layer. I could say something to her over here. So that's why it's so powerful to have this. Let's go ahead and show you another thing that I want to just give you all the tips here in 2026 that I'm coming across and using each day when it comes to Claude Code and AI.
It's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
Okay, so up here, I'm going to do something using Whisper Flow. I'm going to say, can you launch 5 different agents to test 5 different backtest ideas based off of this liquidation data? Run them in parallel. So what I just did there is I gave her instructions. I said, hey, let's use 5 agents. So I can have 5 AIs run at the same time just by saying, hey, run 5 different agents. So boom, that's a huge unlock for me. So I wanted to give it to you today. So you can just tell her, hey, I want to use 5 agents, or I want to use 10 agents, or I want to use 20 agents. Hey, I've got this idea here. I want you to have each agent look at this idea in a different light. I've done this research. I've got all these trading ideas. Go ahead and have 5 agents look at them totally differently, and then go ahead and build the backtest. Boom. Okay, but that's not it. If you have a big project, one of the things that I look at with Claude Code and all these AIs, I kind of look at them like slot machines, dude. You can see up here in the top right, there's 5 agents backtesting. One is doing long versus short. One is doing consecutive lick bars. One's doing lick mean reversion. One is doing lick plus RSI. One is doing lick cooldown strategy. I kind of look at these like slot machines. I used to build games in slot machines, not for money, but like free to play, whatever. And so I understand that world really well, like near misses and quick wins and these things that they engineer into slot machines to keep people spinning for over and over and over again. So this is one caution you got to be aware of, dude, that they want you to keep using their service. They want you to keep using more AI. They want you to feel like, oh, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So one thing I've learned to fix that problem is your planning has to be really good. What I mean is you saw me just throw 2 prompts up there and just say, go. You can do it that way, but there might be bugs at the end of the day. So they're going to get you on that slot machine loop. They're going to get you keep playing, and feeling like, oh, I'm almost there. Oh, it's a near miss. Oh, I'm almost there. But in reality, our time is precious, right? We went from being hand traders, losing our time all day, staring at the charts. Okay, we've passed that. We quit trading by hand. Now we're focusing on research, backtest, implement. Research, backtest, implement. That's great. But now we want to optimize more and more, because the thing with algo trading, dude, is it's all about optimization. It's all about getting an edge on somebody else. How do I get an edge on you? Well, I can use my AI better than you. How about that? I'm using 5 agents while you're just using 1 because you didn't know about that trick. But on top of that, I can plan better than you. So plan mode, when you have a big project, it's GOAT. So how do you use it? So let's go ahead here to Hyperliquid data layer. I want to go ahead and analyze all of our examples on the Hyperliquid data layer that everybody has the API access to right now. And essentially, I want to go ahead and I want you to look at all of those different examples of the API calls that we can have. And I want you to do a deep dive of the top 5 best ideas we can come up with in order to build an autonomous system that can sit there 24/7 and just run on loop to continuously find new ideas, new use cases, with the ultimate goal to pull alpha as an algorithmic trader, as Jim Simons would. And I want you to build out this system that I can just run at all times, and it will just loop through and continuously find new ideas. Okay, so that was like a weird prompt. It kind of random with that. Whatever. The thing I want to show you here is if I had a huge project I want to do, or I want to get started on a new idea, I've got a new back test, I've got a new thing, a bot I want to build. The key point to what I'm showing you here is I already showed you agents, but now I want to show you how to plan better than others. So you hit Shift Tab before you go ahead and send in this prompt. Remember, they want you to use as many prompts as possible and keep going. But I want you to save time, because time is edge. So if you do this before you go ahead and you do any big prompts, you hit Shift Tab until it says plan mode. What she's going to do is she's going to plan this all out. And this has saved me so many hours of work, because at the end of the day, remember, they want you to use it more and more, and they'll get you close. And maybe that's all a theory. Okay, let's throw that out the window. The whole like slot machine theory, they want you to use it more. But at the end of the day, we're not all perfect communicators. So our prompts aren't perfect. So if they're not perfect, what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and build something that has bugs in it, or it's not quite right. And that's your time, because it takes 2-3 minutes to generate the first thing, and then 2-3 minutes to generate the next thing. And then you got a bug or a thing was off or whatever, yada, yada, yada. That's a lot of time. So plan mode, by hitting shift tab, shift tab, shift tab a few times until it says plan mode here, will save you so much time. And I wasn't using this for the first few months. So I wanted to make sure to get you that. Everything here in 2026 that is new in the last year or two, I want to show you my exact workflow for using Claude Code. Okay, so there's another thing I want to show you. So she's going out and planning this out. What I want to show you here is a little dangerous, so use this at your own risk, but it's called Claude. This is how you usually use Claude. I trust you can get Claude installed. By the way, you can Google it, AI it, install it on your terminal if you want to. Usually you would say Claude, but in my mind, I want to save time. So I say Claude dash dash dangerously skip permissions. And now this will run it autonomously, meaning I give them a prompt and you can see she's done. She ran 5 agents here. She has all the stats. She can see 27% return, 10% return, 8% return, win rate 76%, 70%, 66%. Dude, the game has changed. And most of the quants are just waking up to AI and coding. This is your time. I believe in you. I believe in you because you're here using AI. You're locked in. Come on, let's get it. They don't want you to win. I want you to win. I want you to win, dude. I believe code's a great equalizer. This is an unlock for me. I didn't know that I could know how to code. I didn't know. I thought it was only for the super smart people. I got held back in 7th grade, dude. Claude dash dash dangerously skip permissions. This will run it in a way. Run robustness test. Okay, let's just do that. She gave me an example. This will run in a way that doesn't ask you to say yes or no. If you run it with Claude regular, it will ask you yes or no, yes or no. Okay, one more tip for this is run this prompt if you want it to just be C. Watch this. So I don't even have to type in Claude because this is a hell of a thing to write every time. How do you spell dangerously, et cetera, et cetera. I don't even type that anymore. I just type in C. C. I just type in C in it and it gets it. I also do the same to activate T-flow. So I have a conda environment where I say conda activate T-flow and it's T. Well, here's a little trick of how to do that. It's super simple to do. Tell her this prompt. Can you go ahead and make a shortcut prompt so whenever I type in C to the terminal, it actually activates this? Claude dangerously skip permissions. So I can ask her to set this up. So when I type in C, it actually types in Claude dangerously skip permissions. Why? Because it's saving you more time. You can see this is using a backtest architect as well. So you can set up sub agents. You can ask Claude right now, hey, can you set up a sub agent that knows exactly how to backtest? Well, how does it know how to backtest? Well, I put that roadmap in the chat already. So you have the roadmap and you could set up a sub agent saying, hey, here are all of the, here's how to code a backtest. Remember, here I gave you this already in the description. Here's how to code a backtest. You could say, hey, Claude, set me up a sub agent that has this template. So anytime I ask you to create a backtest, it will go to the backtest architect. You can see I have a sub agent. These are sub agents that you can save and say, hey, boom, boom, boom. You know how to backtest. You know how to research. You know how to set up a bot. When you do get to that point, you do want to set up a bot. The I is here, and I go through this exact checklist every single day. Every time I build a new bot, I go through this exact checklist that you have access to. So I'll make sure to drop the links and stuff in the Zoom again here so you have access to all of it. But I think this is a really cool tip here where you type in C and it runs Claude dangerously skip permissions. I also did the same thing. And when I run T, have it activate conda, activate T-flow. So those are the two shortcuts that I use. You can see I have 2 agents running in the left and the top. So we have agents running all day because why wouldn't we? And this is one of the edges you get here from using Claude Code in the terminal is I have 3 projects going while if you're using Visual Studio Code, you probably will be switching through things. Now look at this. The plan mode is done now. So it went through here and it created a whole plan opposed to just running the code or running the prompt like I am doing up here in the top right. Now plan mode, what I told you about before, is here.
It was already made. It was made. I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing. I signed that contract with myself. I'm doing it. You know, throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I think I need to, maybe if we,
Nope.
no, this is not negotiable.
So this is really, really great. Plan mode is just a way to make sure to get all of the questions she may have based off of our sloppy prompts, and she's going to make the prompt better. You can go back and forth as much as you want. You can see build an autonomous 24/7 alpha finding system that continuously scans Hyperliquid data API to discover high probability trading setups. Jim Simon's Renaissance style. So you could read through this. I'm not going to waste your time here right now, but this is actually really interesting. So I may have her go. So you can see top five, HLP sentiment, Z score, smart money signals, order flow and balance, multi-exchange liquidations, HLP flips plus large trades. And then you'll be able to see, are there any things that she doesn't have right? Are we aligned here? And remember, they want you to, or even if they don't want you to, you're going to end up going in multiple loops most of the time. So plan mode here, you can say, okay, now you can go run it, or I want to go ahead and pass in some edits, and you can just go back and forth until you got it exactly right. And this is such a lifesaver. So what I just showed you is everything I wanted to get you updated on for AI in 2026. And you see me here every single day. So I wanted to make sure you know my exact trippy kit when it comes to AI. I started with ChatGPT on the web. Okay, moved on from that once Cursor came into play. Cursor is a sick place to get started. If you are new to coding, it's a little, it just feels better than the terminal. But once you are comfortable, jump into Claude Code, because you can see I can have 3 entirely different projects going at the exact same time. I could have 5, I could have 10. And each of those projects, I could have multiple agents going inside of them. This is crazy, dude. 2026 is our time, dude. Let's get it. I believe in you. Let's go. So once you get to Claude Code, remember Whisper Flow is the voice to chat, saving you time. Remember Claude Code, run dangerous or skip permissions, Claude -- dangerously skip permissions. That lets you run the code autonomously. You don't have to say yes and no. You can change it to C and T, however you like, whatever you want your short code to be. You saw that if you tell Claude to run 5 agents, boom, she'll run 5 agents. 10 agents, boom. You can see she just coded out a back test for me, and she did the robustness test. They pass on all, or 3 out of 4. Okay. Plan mode is GOAT, dude. If you have a big project or a big prompt, always start with plan mode. You're just going to save your time. You know, you can also tell Claude, hey, create a sub agent based off of this and give her any code like the backtest stuff. So that's my whole update for 2026 when it comes to AI and how I'm using AI. And now you have everything, my guy. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm going to put all of this stuff in the chat. Let's go ahead here and get all of the party favors in the chat here. I don't know what you're talking about, Cam, bro. I'm dropping fucking fire. Let's get it, dude. Lock in. Lock in, dude. Lock in. I'm up out of the chat after that one, boy. Lock the fuck in. It's time to go, dude. I'm trying to show you everything here today. I'm trying to show you everything, bro. I'm trying to show you everything, King Kenny. Let's get it. Lock in. You didn't know half that stuff I just showed you. Come on, bro. Lock in. Lock in with me, Ken. Lock in. All right, so I think I got all of these set up. Let's make sure that everything is working. There were a couple errors in the slice. Yes, the slice here. Slices. Okay, there we go. We're good now. So we got all the depositors here. Beautiful. This looks good. This looks good. Okay, how about this one though? All right, we're Gucci there. Gucci, Gucci down to the socks. Gucci down to the socks, baby. Let's get it. What else we got? Did we have any other errors here? I want to make sure all of this is looking good. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Okay, sick. So I have all the data sources here, and I can come up with unlimited ideas forever. Yes, do they all work? Okay, this one wasn't working. So I still got this error, so let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Got to make sure that this is all good. We do get this little bit of an error here on this stats.json. Let me check the Nginx configuration. So she's checking the Nginx. The Nginx. The Nginx. Oh, while that's going on though, what I do want to show you real quick is the options here for backtesting, because I want to show you the entire process here today. So I want to go ahead and show you your options for backtesting. So here we go. So there's multiple options for backtesting. If you know, my process is research, backtest, and then implement. So backtesting is very, very important. Now, I've tried all the backtesters and I've come across one that I really like the best. So here's the code right here. I've already shown you this, how to backtest. It's actually using backtesting.py. Some people will say to use others, Backtrader or whatever. They're all solid, but you know, the one that I say don't use is TradingView. If you're using TradingView, you're cooked. If you're using TradingView for backtesting, you're absolutely cooked. So the one good thing TradingView does have, though, before I dog them too hard, they do give you the code for everything, which is awesome. I can go in here to their code here and just grab all of the code. Now that's just a moving average, pretty easy to build. So if I go to indicators here, I go like QQE mod or whatever, and then just say, hey, where's the code at? And then I could say this. So there's something called repainting if you want to know why I think backtesting is cooked on TradingView. So definitely don't do that. Don't use TradingView for backtest. Okay, but I can say this. Okay, look at this. This is a hack with TradingView. So while I do dog them for having bad backtests, and you should use Python, you should use backtesting.py. While I do say all that, there is some fire. You just saw me get all of the code. So I could say, go ahead and use this QQE and align it with my liquidation data and launch 5 different agents to use this QQE indicator here from TradingView and use it in some way with each of the backtests and have 5 agents go independently. So again, we're back to Claude Code. You have the actual backtest script I use. I already have it in here. And this is the good thing about TradingView. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of options, Backtrader, Vector BT. I prefer backtesting.py. I think it's the best. And I just get a lot of people asking for this. And the thing with backtesting is it's the key. It's the key to algorithmic trading. Because what you do as a hand trader is you stand there and you stare at the charts all day. Price goes up, down. You're trying to guess if it's going to go up or down. You're going to be wrong a lot of the times, but then you won't respect your stop loss or take profit. Then you lose all your money. It just takes one bad day. You lose everything. So what I do, because I'm not a financial advisor. What I do is I take that ambition, that hard work that you and I both have, and instead of trying to work harder at trading, I spend that effort on researching and backtesting. And then when I find winners, I put them into bots. So you can see I'm using Claude Code here, and I'm using the only thing you should use TradingView for is getting the code for the indicators, because then you can go through all these indicators on TradingView and just pick out whichever ones you want.
I knew I was gonna make it. I just ain't know how. But I knew this world is what you make it. You create your own environment. It all starts with a vision. What you can imagine,
You can create.
make.
So you just grab the little code section here, and then boom, can add it into your code. So I think that's a fire part of TradingView, and I wanted to make sure to leave that with you because I don't talk about it a lot, but it's the only reason, in my opinion, to use TradingView. Other than that, you can look at the what this means. Can you tell me what repainting is and why that's a problem a lot of the times with TradingView backtests? But that's like the best part, in my opinion, of TradingView. It's actually the only part. Because other than that, you're just looking at charts, right? And you're just trying to pick, like, should I go long or short? So you can see I launched 5 different agents to use that QQE with the liquidation data. That's pretty fire. Pretty fire. Let's go ahead and read through the reasoning of repainting. Repainting is when a technical indicator or trading signal changes its historical values after the fact, making backtests look much better than they actually would have performed in real time. Why it's a problem? When you backtest a trading strategy on TradingView, you're looking at historical data. A repainting indicator will show you signals that look perfect in hindsight, but those signals weren't actually there when the candle was forming in real time. Common causes: future data leakage. Indicators that use close price before the candle actually closes. During a live candle, the close is constantly changing. Look ahead bias. So you can look into this more, but that's essentially why I don't use TradingView, and I think it's cooked. Other than this part where I might find something profitable based off of this. I might actually find something profitable, dude. And then you also have my checklist, right? So I gave you the roadmap. You've got this checklist. When you are building out a bot, make sure to go through these things. Implement risk controls into the bot. That's the first thing. Implement the strategy, of course. How are we entering? Limit orders or market orders? Check the position. See if we're in a position. If we are, make sure to cancel all the orders before we enter that new position. And that's a very, very important part, dude. A lot of people are going to go ahead and just blow up their accounts because they forgot to cancel orders prior to putting in another order. It's crazy. Decimal adjustments here. You got to make sure to have the right decimals when you're entering orders. Every exchange has different decimal places. So this is the actual step-by-step plan I go through here when I'm building out a bot. Set up a while loop at the bottom so it's always running, right? You don't want to just go ahead and have it run one time and then be done. No. And then this is probably the most important part is tiny size. Make sure it's tiny size. So if it blows up and doesn't do well, then hey, you've lost $10. Now, what I show you how to backtest here, and there are essentially unlimited exchanges once you're ready to get to the exchange part that you can connect to. I use CCXT for a lot of the things I teach because it connects you to Binance, it connects you to Coinbase, it connects you to whatever, BitMEX. People still use that. I don't know. Blowfin, Bybit, Kraken. So CCXT, just so you have that. Hyperliquid as well. But I also show you how to connect directly to Hyperliquid because I think it's important. So now you have the checklist that I have in order to build a bot, and you know how to backtest. You can see how I use Claude Code in order to backtest. You've got everything, dude. You've got everything. You've got everything, dude. If you have questions, let me know in the chat. All right, so I'm going to X out of this actually. And then what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and essentially, I want to look into these real quick because we've had some volatility. I don't know how these have done. So these are some stat arbs that I set up a few days ago. This one's down bad, 81. It started at 90. This one's also down bad, 81. 88. Okay, so it's not down that bad. Started at 90. And this one is up. Okay, so one is up, three are down, but that's pretty typical. So one time somebody came to me and said, Moon, this just isn't working out for me. Like, this is too hard. I only found one winning backtest out of 10. And I said, bro, that's good. That's good. Step on the gas. Be 1 out of 10 is good. Jim Simon's ramping net worth of $31 billion. If you think you're going to go 1 for 2, you're cooked. This is a very hard game. But it makes sense because it's literally the biggest prize in the world. You have autonomous robots that trade for you profitably 24/7, and you only hit 1 out of 10 on the back test. That's good. So reset your expectations before you get into this. It's not an easy game. It's not an easy game. That being said, if you do have the desire to actually be a profitable trader, you have to approach trading in a different way. The wall I hit was like, dude, I don't know how to code. So how am I gonna do this if I don't know how to code? You just have to learn how to code. But now we have AI that codes for us, which is absolutely sick. Let's go ahead here and go to. Let's get into this file here. Code dot. Okay. Oh, no, I shouldn't have gone that far. That's too far. Let's get to the stat arb here. Actually, you know what I could do? Let's see here. I'm trying to get to the AI, the stat arb. Stat arb, where are you? Stat arb. Oh, here you are. All right, I want you to do a full analysis here of my Jan file. And I have 4 different bots running. It looks like one is profitable barely, and the other 3 are not doing well. But I want you to go ahead and look at the actual stats of them and see how we can improve them. So go ahead and launch an agent per CSV file where we're logging all the trades and have them dive deep. So we'll have multiple agents going, and then yeah, let me know your results. So I got 5 agents up here going, and now I'm gonna have like 4 agents out down here going. All right, dude. I identified a new op, by the way. I knew something was fishy with that op. We got a new op in the chat, and his name starts with K. His name starts with K. Watch out. The ops are sneaking in. The ops are sneaking in. The one that was calling everybody else an op, he's the op. Let's get it, dude. Let's get it every day. They don't want you to know this stuff. They're going to try to slow me down. They're going to say, don't share this stuff. Don't teach it. Okay, the ops are in the chat. Just know that. Just know that, dude. They don't want you to learn this stuff. You'll even have people around you inside this chat right now that are going to try to keep me back from sharing this stuff. So here's all of the things that I can give you in order to succeed the best you can. I just put in the API key, the docs, the quant app, the roadmap, etc. Feel free to share that with anybody new that comes in. I told you my wall from starting this stuff was I was too scared. You know, I was held back in 7th grade. I was too scared to know that I could learn how to code, like to actually attack it. And that's why I'm so juiced on this stuff, dude. I'm so juiced because it was a mind-boggling experience for me. And now, especially with this AI, dude. Especially with this AI. You can see here that she's done. She found a winner, QQE cross plus Kalman filter. Okay. So it had a 57% win rate. The Sharpe ratio is not too good though. So what I want to go ahead and do is, yeah, these are just decent. So I want you to go ahead and launch 5 more agents using that QQE mod plus liquidations momentum. Let's do liquidation momentum, meaning if there's long liquidations, assume that there's going to be more long liquidations. So we would trade downwards. If there's short liquidations, assume there'd be more short liquidations. It has to be a smaller amount though, not 5 million. Let's get it. Oh, by the way, dude, I get this question a lot while she's running. I get this question a lot, a lot, a lot. Can you just run these bots on a cloud? Can you run this autonomously 24/7? So I live on an island. I live in Puerto Rico, and our power goes out all the time. So if you do want to run these on a server, it's actually super easy to do. And if you actually look here, I'm running a Claude code inside of my server as we speak. You know, I was just having her update all of these ticks here, and that's actually on a server. That's on the cloud. I can.
Natural skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
I can run this code 24/7, 365. And I can close my computer, and it's super simple to do. At first, it was intimidating, but I have walkthrough videos that show you exactly how to set up on a cloud. But long story short is it's as easy as running the code on your computer. You just have to type in SSH and then whatever your IP address is. How do you get your IP address? Well, this is of the actual server. So you could use any type of server here. VPS server is what it's called. And all this stuff is just weird names, so it's intimidating. So you can just Google a VPS server and use any of these servers that you want. A lot of people like Hetzner. A lot of people like Contabo. A lot of people like Volter, which is VLTR. I'm not trying to pitch you guys on a service to use. I think they're all commodities. And essentially what they allow you to do is have a computer that's in some warehouse that you get to work from on your computer. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty fire. And the service I use is called Cherry Servers. And it costs like $50 a month, I think. And you can run all bots autonomously from the cloud. So you never have to worry about your power going out, et cetera, et cetera. I just wanted to drop that piece of alpha there because for me, it was intimidating to set it up at first, but it was just me being scared again. Scared to learn how to code, scared to do all this stuff. But that's what I'm here for, is I'm trying to help you guys not be scared. Like I'm a regular dude, 7th grade holdback. Let's get it. Okay, so let's see here. So done all four. So win rate's 95% on this first one. Wow. So P&L 23. Strategy performance comparison. This is the regular. I don't know if it's a 23 net P&L, but that's what it says. Gaussian says net P&L of 19, 91% win rate, 85% win rate. All strategies are being destroyed by the same culprits. Aster caused massive losses across all strategies. Tokens to blacklist immediately. Interesting. Okay. That's actually a nice update. Caused massive losses here on the Aster. Okay. Critical finding. Risk reward is inverted. Average win is 215. Average loss is 20. You need 90% win rate just to break even. This is the core problem. Tighten stop losses. Okay, that's a very obvious thing to do. So blacklist those, add time-based exits, losing trades, stay open. Ooh, I like that. So 12 hours max, reduce open positions. Gaussian has 409 open positions, way too much exposure. That's not true. Okay, so there's definitely no chance that there's 409 open positions on the Gaussian, but I do like your findings thus far. I think the things we should do for starting is blacklist those on all of our bots, okay? So blacklist all of those symbols that you have. I think it says Aster, MNT, AVNT, and UNI. Blacklist those so we don't trade those anymore, okay? I actually don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. All right, so I want to make one change here, and I want to do the stop loss take profit. I want to change that to be -6% stop loss while keeping the take profit the same. So this will be the next batch of runs here. And what I want you to do is print out the starting balance for each of the bots, as this is going to be a brand new run here, and we're going to test these new ideas iteratively over the next few weeks, months, and you know, there are some good signs. There is one winner here that is 100% market neutral, which is freaking amazing because this doesn't matter if the price goes up or down. These stat arbs are dirty for that reason. So 1 out of 4, I'm very, very happy with. Let's keep tweaking all of them in order to see if we can make them better. Okay, so the one that I don't want you to change is the regular, run regular. I want you to make a new version of run regular. So it'll be run regular 2. And this will have the new stop loss take profit. I'll pause one run regular for now. And then for the other ones, you want to change the stop loss, take profits, because those other three were losers in my mind. What are those other three? Copula, Gaussian, and foreleg. So we'll make that change to all three of those and then make a new version for the regular. Okay, go ahead and build that. Thank you. We're not going to blacklist anything for now. Where can I find the tutorials on cloud server? I do have one on my YouTube. Okay, so I'm going ahead and updating these stat arbs. I think stat arb is an interesting approach to the market because it's essentially taking a long and a short at the exact same time, making it market neutral. And there are so many different approaches to this market. You can take risk, or you can take no risk, or less risk. You can take a lot of risk. Yeah, it's just it's a fun game. And Jim Simons, who I'm chasing, he built a net worth of $31 billion. And yeah, dude, I think it's the better way. I think it's the only way. I think it's the only way. Let's see what she's done up with here. Okay, so we got some better sharps here. So file QQE lick momentum ratio return is 101%. Sharp is 1.66. Sortino 3.62. Okay. Win rate. Win lick ratio is over 2. Second place is 500K momentum. So lick ratio momentum, 101% return. Nice, dude. Let's go ahead and do robustness. Let's go ahead and do the robustness tests on the first and second placed one. Also, before you do that, go ahead and update the. Please go ahead and update the README so we understand that this is another winner we have. We got another winner in there. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Yeah, man, I don't know about you, but I think I've told the story before. It's just like, there's no point in trading by hand, dude. You're just wasting your time. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a trader, you know that you'll spend hours, days, if not years, staring at these charts just to end up blowing up at the end of the day. So please stop doing that. We've all lost time. We've all lost friends. We've all lost family, dude, and it's just not fun. The dude that welcomed me into my new home when I was a scared little kid moving at 12 years old, dude. He's my best friend ever, bro. And I lost him. I lost him to these charts. My 3 best friends, dude. AC hit me up. He said, "Bro, call me back." I said, "Bro, I'm in a trade. I can't call you back, dude. I can't call you back." Me, AC, and KT, the 3 best friends ever, dude. 3 best friends ever. This is KT. KT is the type of dude. This is what he did when I was in 7th grade. Nobody fucked with me at all. Nobody wanted to be my friend. New kid. A couple of the girls actually liked me, so they hated me even more. KT sees me standing in the rain one day during soccer class. He's like, "Hey, bro." And he's a cool kid. He's like one of the 3 cool kids. "Hey, bro, you seem pretty chill. You want to be my locker partner?" He brought me in. He brought me in. And from that day, 7th grade, we're best friends since. Me, KT, and AC. He was just such a good person, man. 10 years later, dude. 15 years later, bro. Get that call from AC. I said, "Bro, I can't call you back right now. I'm trading. I'm in the trade." He said, "No, for real, Moon. Call me back." KT's gone, bro. KT's gone. Time. You can't get back with people, bro. I know we've all lost people. I know that. But we can make decisions today to spend time with those people that you love. We don't need to stare at these charts. We can still be traders. Just spend your time on things that compound. If you're gonna miss friendships, if you're gonna miss seeing your friends, your family, your kids, your wife, dude, if you're gonna miss that time, at least be compounding, like building systems that you could let go run for you, and you go spend that time with your friends and family. Spend 4 hours a day. That's all I do is 4 hours a day. Lock in. Yeah, it broke my heart, dude. Broke my heart. The one person that embraced me into this new place I didn't want to live in. I'm from the city, dude, and I had to move down to this small town. All these fucking kids hate me because a couple of their girls like me. Okay. Oh, he's a new kid. Fuck that guy. But KT was different, man. He brought me in, and it's my brother for life. It's my brother for life. I can't believe I spent so many fucking years staring these damn charts, dude. And you leave with nothing is a crazy thing. You leave with nothing. If you're using leverage over the next 1,000 trades, you're gonna leave with nothing. So compound, dude. Make that decision today. You are a quant. You are a
You want a
quant.
pair of shoes and they're at the store. They're really at the store. You just don't have it yet. It ain't like that shit don't exist. It's just really at the store. That's how I looked at my whole life. If I want it, if I believe I can have it, then that's my reality.
It's my reality, dude. I wanted this so bad. I wanted to be a profitable trader so bad that I spent so many hours and days staring at these charts trying to figure it out. Just to lose it all, dude. And to lose it more than all, lose more than money. You can't get time back. You can't get people back. If you're going to be a trader, the only way to do it is quantitatively, because then you're forced to look at your strategy in his face. Does it work? Yes or no? You know how to backtest now. Perfect. Okay. Does it work? Yes or no? If it works, okay, build it into a bot that can execute 24/7 because you're not going to be at the charts all day. We got into trade to get our money back, right? I get our money and our time back. We're trying to get our money up and our time back by trading, but then you stare at the charts all day. No way, dude. Way too much emotion. You could say right now, if you're not in a trade right now, you could say, oh, you just don't use emotions. But come on, bro. You know that's cap. You know that's cap. If you're using 40x trade leverage or max leverage, any leverage over like 2, 3, I know you're emotional. Just is what it is. You're trying to get rich overnight. But dude, why wouldn't you spend that time to build systems that can make you wealthy over a long period of time instead of trying to do it overnight? I don't know. I don't know. There's a better way to trade. There's a better way to trade. And I know that for a fact. I will never. I've been like tempted. I built the quant app out in order to help hand traders, but fuck them too, dude. If you want to keep trading by hand and you want to go introduce yourself, oh, I'm a trader, fucking gambler. No, dude, that's not the way. I can't help hand traders anymore unless you will actually step on the gas with me and automate your trading. It's so much easier now, dude. It's so much easier. She's still running. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get it every day. Lock in every day. Let's get it. Okay, let's see what happened here. Okay, so all done. Here's what I built. Summary of changes. New file. Run regular 2. Okay, simplified version. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run that one first. So run regular 2.py. Heli. Run regular 2. Run regular 2, new version. Added per strategy, stop loss settings. Original winner unchanged. Huh. Can you see what's going on here? How come I wasn't able to run it? So anytime you get stuck, just know you got AI right here with you, dude. And you know how to use Claude Code now. The one thing you have to decide is that you're a quant now. Then you can remove emotions forever. For the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. The file is in the root project. I want all those to be in the Jambots folder, just like the other ones. For the rest of your life, you don't have to worry about your emotions because emotions are beautiful, dude. We want emotions. We don't want to be that stone cold killer that doesn't talk to anybody, doesn't have ups and downs, dude. You come here every single day and you're going to catch a new moon. They say, Moon Dev, you have so many personalities. No, dude, I have emotions. Some days I'm feeling fucking good. Some days I'm feeling down. I'm locking in every day, no matter what, with or without you. But I'm a human and I embrace my emotional journey I'm on. Ups, huge downs. Who cares? Lock in. I got a system, RBI, research, backtest, implement, research, backtest, implement. I grew up an athlete, dude. Did you think if I didn't want to go to practice, I have 4-hour practice fucking competing against 7-footers that are trying to dunk on me and I'm trying to dunk on them. I have a bad day. You think I'd be like, coach, I just don't want to, I don't want to do my 1 hour of weights and then 4 hours of practice. No, dude. Get up, get on the line. Let's get it. It's discipline, dude. Let's go. We know there's a better way to trading, but you're just too lazy right now to actually learn how to code and automate your trading. That's the facts, B. But I know that you have the ambition. I know it. Let's get it. You can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. I know that. I believe in you, bro. They're not going to say you can do this. They're going to say you can't, actually. They're going to say you can't. Okay, so this is going to close all positions first. I need to catch these starting balances here. Okay, I need to catch the starting balances so I can test this a little better. But I'm going to reset all these because they all have been changed. And then I'm going to write that down to catch these because I want to make sure to. Okay, that one's fine. For like, okay. So I'm going to go over to my StatArb note sheet here. So I've got a note sheet. Again, I use Apple Notes. You can use whatever the heck you want to do. StatArb 2026. Okay, what is that? 123 now. So we let that run for about a week. I'm gonna write down the notes. Ran for a week. Regular is profitable, and the other 3 are not. So for regular, I made a new version with 2% TP and 6% stop loss. And for the others, I just changed those variables. Ah, shit. You know what else I should have done? Okay, next test. Put a time limit on them. But you see how I'm running with small size, dude? These are like $10 positions. So I come back to 1 winner that's up, but 3 losers. But those 3 losers don't matter to me because all I'm doing is getting data with small size. And then once I see that they work in the future, because not everything that works in the past works in the future, then I can scale it up. See what I'm saying? So now I'm not spending my time trying to predict if the price is going to go up or down. I'm not spending my time doing that. I'm spending my time coming up with ideas and then seeing if they work in the past. And if they work in the past, I build bots with small size. Don't be like me when I first got started, big headed, thinking that just because you could build a bot, you're going to make $1 million. No, dude. That's just like a common misconception. I remember finally building a bot and I run home and I try to get it live and then I just lose my money. It's because you didn't test. But then you know what happened the next time I was running home? Yeah, I was having some eggs. Some potatoes, and bacon. This is after I've already like ran my first bot without testing anything. Then I came up with the RBI system that led me to back testing. And I went down to the coffee shop down the street, having some nice eggs, bacon, some hash browns, just back testing. Bro, I found a back test that absolutely printed money. I said, fuck this food. I grabbed my laptop and I sprinted home. To start building the bot, dude. I was so excited. That was my first winning system. And you can imagine, dude, like I was literally scared to learn how to code. And now I'm finally at a point. I got a winning back test. Let's get it. Let me build this out. And I use small size and scale it up. And I actually still use a portion of that system to this day. So I'll never forget that eggs and bacon, dude. Puerto Rican eggs and bacon. I just don't see why, as a trader, what's the difference between me and you? And that's what got me over the hump, right? Because I heard of like all these algorithmic traders, Jane Street, whatever. I heard of them, but it was like, I can't do that. I don't know how to code. Dude. Like, I could never do that. But then I met somebody. I walked into the crib and a real estate agent was showing me a new place. And I walk into the crib and this guy is sitting on the couch with a computer screen, kind of inspired my computer screen now. All this shit going on, all these terminals. And he was smoking a joint. The windows were wide open It's in Puerto Rico, windows wide open and the air conditioning on. That was like, okay, you're balling, bro. You got the air conditioning on with the windows wide open and you're just chilling, smoking a joint. What are you doing? What is going on your screen? I couldn't pay attention to what the really trying to say. I had to ask him. He's like, oh, I'm an algorithmic trader. He had his little wife beater on or tank top. So just a normal dude, like could be my friend back home, West Coast. Seemed like just like West Coast kid I could rock with. And he's like, I'm an algorithmic trader. I trade $1 billion per day. And it's just him. Just him. His girl was there too. And he's smoking a joint on the couch. Like, okay, you're just a regular homie. You're a regular homie. I'll fuck with you heavy. You're trading $1 billion per day, did you say? Because I'm over here on BitMEX using 40x, 50x leverage, getting absolutely smoked. I've heard of Jane Street. I heard of Jim Simons. I heard of Renaissance. But thank you so much for showing me this place, Miss Realtor. You just changed my life. You just changed my life, Miss Realtor.
How much training I have done by simply starting at 4. Right. So now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors, your peers, just grows larger, 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 larger. By year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up.
They're never going to catch up. She changed my life that day. She wanted to get me in this new place. And I said, no way. I just met this new dude. He's trading $1 billion a day. I'm at this, mind you, I'm at the point where it's like, okay, I need to learn how to code because it's like alt season. I need to be able to scrape. I need to scrape CoinGecko. And I tried to do it. I was like, damn, you really need to learn how to code. So I'm just like kind of wishy-washy. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go back to Upwork. I've been spending the last decade hiring developers on Upwork. I'll just hire somebody on Upwork. But then once I met this dude, I was like, oh shit, regular person can automate their trade. He's trading $1 billion a day. I don't have $1 billion. I don't need to trade $1 billion. No way. But you just changed my life, Miss Realtor. You introduced me to a regular, a normie, just like me, that is trading $1 billion a day. Solves my exact problem I have right now. I have too much cash I'm trading. It's my life savings with max leverage. I'm gonna lose it all, dude. You just changed my life, Miss Realtor. Thank you for introducing me to this random dude right here. And now I live in that crib, dude. Why? Because I said, you can do it, I can do it. And boom, you're red. Your red blood is red. Okay, my red blood is red. Okay, let's get it. Now I'm in that crib. Let's get it, dude. Let's get it. I'm in that crib now. It's my crib now. Come on, man. You can do anything. I believe in you. If I can do it, you can do it. If he could do it, I can do it. That proved it. That proved it. And you sit here, you listen to me. I read things backwards. That lady was probably right when she said I need to stay back in 7th grade again because I read backwards. I'm dyslexic like a mofo. I got all the excuses in the world. I got all the excuses in the world. And you do too, but I think you're a doer, not a dabbler. I think you're a doer. So we got these 4 bots live here. They should be Gucci. Okay. Let's see what's going on up here. So done. Both strategies passed all 4 robustness tests. Wow. So these things that used to take me 8 hours, 1 back test, I've done what, like 8 of them, 10 of them already? Oh, building a bot used to be so hard. Used to take months. Oh, I've already launched 4 of them already. Okay. And I did robustness tests here. Robustness test results. Lick ratio momentum here passed. Okay. Passed on the signal permutation as well. Nice. Param sensitivity, it passed as well. Transaction costs, it passed. Wow. 0.27 is the break even. So remember, transaction costs are only 0.045. 500K momentum, pass. Signal permutation, most important test. Both strategies, 0 out of 25 random shuffles. Beat the real strategy. All random shuffles resulted in massive losses. This confirms a real edge. The liquidation signals have genuine predictive power. Transaction cost buffer. Okay, this one's sick too. It pretty much makes the transaction cost like 10x when it goes ahead and breaks even. 180% safety margin for real world trading. Final verdict, you have 3 strategies ready for implementation. The V8 pullback, yes. 3,418% return, Sharp at 4.13. The lick ratio momentum, 101% return, Sharper 1.66. 500K momentum, 58%. Dude, so we got 3 winners here, and those are all in the Jan 26 folder. And matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get all of that code up to GitHub right now. Git commit / new back test. Who this? Git push. Let's get it. Okay, so this is all on the GitHub now. All on that trading bot GitHub, dude. Let's get it, dude. Every day I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna keep uploading. I don't know if I'm gonna keep sharing this on the lives anymore. They don't want me on YouTube anymore. Okay, that's fine. I'll get on the Zoom. We got ops in the Zoom now. Okay, let's just do it by myself. I don't have to talk through it. I don't have to teach it. But I'll still upload everything to the MoonDev trading bot. So I'm not going to be here forever. I promise you that. You can see I just uploaded these back tests here. So a ton of different back tests here. Liquidations in the liquidations folder here. Jan 26, that's where we're working. I got 3 winners to implement the bots because remember, I just follow my system, research back test, and then implement. Research back test, and then implement. If you're a complete beginner, you should already know my entire process. You should know that you can do this, dude. You can automate your trading. All you need to bring is your ambition and your ideas. And if you don't have ideas, I showed you where you can find unlimited ideas. And if you're an advanced coder, there's so many intricacies here that I'm going to save you hundreds, if not thousands of hours just by today. I want to make sure that every day I'm dropping fire so you can leave here and say, hey, this was the best day ever. Let's get it. Let's get it, dude. Let's get it. It is crazy how many coders I've helped that are way ahead of me in coding, way ahead of me. Remember, I've only been coding for 5 years. I had to learn how to code to automate my trading. So there's devs that come through here every single day and they teach me things. And that's the beautiful thing about locking in with me, dude. We have engineers that are way ahead of both of us that are telling us, teaching us. We got quants in here that are ahead of both of us that are working at Renaissance Technologies. Dude, we had Renaissance Technologies, Jim Simon's company, somebody from their company dropped their exact approach to the markets. That's the type of stuff you get when you lock in with me, dude. It's about the community. We have the strongest algo trading community in the world. And you might be thinking, oh, but I can't do this because of I'm dyslexic, I'm autistic, I'm all that. Plus some. You could do anything. I know it for a fact because I've helped hundreds of people just like yourself that have never coded before turn into fully automated traders. And one of the best things I hear is Moon. You changed my life because I went from this anxious, stressed out hand trader that's just worried about my positions at all time to immediately when I turned into a quant, my life just got significantly better. I got happier. I didn't have the stress. I didn't have to worry about my positions all the time. And on top of that, I'm so much more profitable. I want you to trade emotion free, dude. I want you to spend your time on things that compound. I don't want you to spend your time, your precious time. You don't know when the last day is. You don't know when I got fucking blindsided, bro. The kid, my best friend, it's never crossed my mind that he wouldn't be here to this day. And that shit never crossed my mind. And I'm sure you got people in your life. It'll never cross your mind until that day you get that call. So don't waste your time, please. If you get anything from today, is please just go spend your time on something rather than just staring at the charts. Like staring at the charts, there's no value ahead, dude. It's so sad because the most ambitious traders, most ambitious people in the world become traders. And these are the people that could be the next Steve Jobs, Mark Zuck, whatever. But instead of using that mental energy, the 4 hours, 5 hours a day on building systems that multiply, we're just staring at these charts, dude. You can't just work harder at trading and become better. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. I got a lot here that I need to go through. I got a lot to build here today. So, oh, I want to look into this. This is actually super interesting. So where should I do this? Yeah, I should probably do it here. Okay. So we're going to do a new project here. So make a new folder and it's going to be outside of our back tests, actually. Let's go ahead and put this one in. Oh, actually, I'm going to put this somewhere else. So let's find the AI agents GitHub. So I have another GitHub. I've got 2 main GitHubs, the AI agents one, and then the The trading bot one you just saw. Sorry, trying to lock. Because I got a new project here. I want to get started. Again, research, backtest, implement. I'm always researching. I'm always backtesting. I'm always coming with new ideas. I'm seeing if it works in the past. If it works in the past, let's get it. If it doesn't, it's okay. I don't care which one of my ideas does well. All I care about is building systems that make money at the end of the day. So I need to get to the agents GitHub. So agents, Moondev AI agents. Clip AI agents, AI agents. Is this the one? Copy repo path, CD up in there, code dot. Okay, this is the one. Okay, so this is my AI agent GitHub, and this is going to be sick. So let's say cursor, actually T first, and then cursor. Okay, let's bring this over here so I know where we're at. Okay, so all right, so I want you to go ahead and look through our agent section here, and I have this TikTok agent. Can you tell me what that TikTok agent does? Essentially, I have a probably 20 different search
Make a choice.
things that I want it to search and then see what the videos are for them.
Who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's like it's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, you know.
Okay, so let me explain this more. So long story short, there's a YouTube channel I've been watching for a long time, and I'm always researching new ideas. Okay, so this is a new idea. It's a new approach to the market, and they've been crushing it. Like they're making 10x a year, some years, but whatever. Their approach is social arbitrage. Social arbitrage is essentially finding trends before Wall Street finds them. This happens all the time because a lot of the trends are started with like kids that are 19 to 22, while Wall Street traders are 40, 50-year-old guys that have no idea. So there's a huge gap there. Social arbitrage, finding things before Wall Street finds them, super easy. So the thought here is, okay, it all comes down to the searches that you're searching. For example, sold out everywhere is going to go ahead and bring up a ton of different ideas or a bunch of videos showing things that are sold out everywhere or super expensive or finally got my hands on these things that I'll post below. These are different tags. We'll call them tags. Let's make a new folder here in the agents section. Let's make a new folder called social arbitrage. And here are the tags below, but I essentially want you to look through the TikTok agent right now and see how that works. Are we able to go in there and put in these search tags and then see all of the videos that are in that, or put them in a file that I could then look at? You kind of understand what I'm going at now. I have all of these tags and I need to find all the videos that are in these tags and organize them in a CSV if possible. I don't know if that's possible because we're going to have to use the computer and type it into the search. I think we should be able to do that with Selenium or something like that. I also want you to think of other ways to use these tags to uncover different ideas, different companies that could have a lag to them, right? So a great example of this is like Abercrombie all of a sudden started popping again in the last 2 years, but nobody knew that on Wall Street until later. And if we would have been watching sold out everywhere, we would have seen that shit, the kids are back on Abercrombie. Why wouldn't we buy that before it runs up? Things like that. And same thing with Crocs, same thing with Celsius, all of these different things. There's a huge lag in time from when Wall Street understands about something and when TikTok is talking about it. Long story short. So I want you to think about this. Look at the tags we have and let's plan out something using that TikTok agent or even our other agents. I don't think maybe our other agents will help, but I think the TikTok agent is the main one, as I know the Dumb Money channel is getting most of their alpha from TikTok these days. And I've tested it by hand. It works. This works really well. It just takes time. So if I could have some AI agents doing this for me 24/7, And every morning I could just pop in and see, damn, look at that. These are some new discoveries here. Okay, I think you get it now. All right, so I'm going to use plan mode here. Again, I showed you plan mode earlier today, but this is a project I really, really wanted to build out here. I'm very inspired by their approach to the market, and they're beasts. They're beasts. You know Chris Camillo probably, but if you don't know Chris, then you should definitely learn from him because he's a beast. Okay, so I've got that project underway. So I want to keep going here. And yeah, dude. This is fire. So she's oh, I didn't do plan mode. Shit. So let's do that. And then remember it's shift tab a few times. Okay, now it's in plan mode. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, I didn't even show you guys this though. Inside of this GitHub here, look at this, dude. Look at this. I can have an agent run for me 24/7. Remember, the process of automating your trading is research, backtest, and then implement. Research, backtest, and then implement. This process here of backtesting takes forever. Took me 8 hours to do by hand. You saw me do a bunch of them today already, just because Claude Code is sick, but we didn't have that before. So what I did is I built an agentic loop here that will go ahead and backtest any idea that I want forever. It's so sick, dude. Oh my God. This stuff blows my mind. Copy path here. And I can just say CD up into here. Okay. T for T-flow, Python, run it. And then it's going to sit here and it's going to backtest any ideas that I have. Literally, it's going to research the idea. This is what I do. Research. And then it's going to backtest. It's going to code the backtest. And then it's going to debug the backtest. So sick, dude. So all I have to do here is I go here and I say under data, under RBI agent, let's go find it. RBI agent, where are you? There's so much here. Agents, okay. And then under ideas. So any idea I put in here, it will go ahead and backtest. So I've got a bunch of ideas here. I'll just, let me go ahead and just select them all. And I have this, I forget how to use it. Command shift. Oh. So any idea I say here, it'll start going. You can see it's already going. So it's testing 4 different ideas. Every line here is a different type of idea, trading idea. So now I have an agentic flow that will sit here and literally backtest for me all day long. And it'll just output the winners all day long, all day long. It's amazing. So again, this process used to take me 8 hours. Now it just takes me a few seconds to put a new idea in here. And now we have 15 different ideas being backtested. You can see she's using Grok, which is XAI's or Twitter's AIs. AI, so sick. So now you know exactly how to use the RBI agent. And again, this RBI agent is already in the GitHub. So this exact, not this GitHub, there's 2 GitHubs, right? I have the trading bot GitHub and then I have the AI agent GitHub. Both of them are 100% private and you cannot have access to them unless you're on the inside. Let's go find the Hyperliquid, or not the Hyperliquid, the AI agents, MoonDev AI agents here. And you can see this is the code that I'm using. Some of you have access to this. Some of you don't. But most of you don't. Most people don't. Just because this stuff is super powerful, bro. I have a swarm agent here that I can set a swarm to any different, a swarm analysis to anything, really. I just bring her in. But here you can see the RBI agent multi-PP. This is all the code for it. So this is revolutionary in my mind because now I have an AI swarm that can backtest any idea super quickly all day, every day, and nobody else has access to this. So that's amazing, man. That's amazing. And you can see I have my stat arbs running as well. And we've built a bunch of backtests already. So you can see she's got 16 backtests she's working on. Up here, I got Claude Code. She's now finished with what I wanted her to do, which was go through this and see how I can use these tickers in order to find social arbitrage opportunities. I've read through the TikTok agent. Here's what I found. Current TikTok agent summary. It uses Pi Auto GUI plus core graphics to control the browser, opens TikTok's For You page and scrolls through videos, takes screenshots of videos and comments. Okay, so this makes sense. It only scrapes the For You page. The gap, your agent can scrape videos, but it can't search for specific terms like sold out everywhere or TikTok made me buy. That's exactly what you want for social arbitrage. So let's see here. I've analyzed a TikTok agent and created a plan. Here's the summary. Current problem, your TikTok agent uses the For You. Okay, the plan is to create a social arbitrage folder with agents that search TikTok for each of your 22 tags, extracts the brand slash company names. Okay. I mean, sick. If you could do this, dude, should I use Selenium? Yes, if you can. 10 videos per tag, 25 videos per tag, 50 videos per tag. Okay, how often should this run? Once daily. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's see if she could do this. I'm a little skeptical if she could actually do this, but you can see how I use plan mode there to make sure we're on the same page. You go ahead and answer any questions here. Yeah, the AI agents GitHub is cooked, bro. It's only for members. Answer some questions here. Thanks, Dr. Moon. Let's keep going. It's never finished. Okay, look at this. Look at this. So we got more. This is more of the plan mode. So, okay, we got all of the tags. Current TikTok agent opens For You. What's missing? No search functionality, only scrapes For You. Proposed architecture here. Looks good. Create alpha tags. Okay. Brand extractor.
If you
Okay.
want a pair of shoes and they're at the store, they're really at the store. You just don't have it yet. It ain't like that shit don't exist. It's just really at the store. That's how I looked at my whole life. If I want it, if I believe I can have it, then that's my reality.
Okay, I'm gonna see if she can what she can do with this. This is interesting. Job's not finished, baby. It's never finished. Never finished. Lock in. Lock in. How was the process of moving to PR? It was a bitch, bro. Hella hoops you got to jump through, but it's done. It took about a year. You got to jump through hella hoops, but it's not hard. It's just you got to get a lawyer. So take the rest of practice off. You tired? Oh man, let's get it. What's the bot algo? You got to build your own. Got to build your own. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bros. 777. Much love. Let's get it. Let's get it every day. Let's get it, dude. Let's get it. How much are you spending on credits and subscriptions to run all this? Um, Credits, I am using $200 a month for Claude Code, but then like this AI agent stuff, probably like $5, $10 when I run it a day. $5 a day, probably. It's nothing crazy. Links for everything are right here, so I'm just dropping that into the chat. I know I threw a lot at you guys today. I've got some more I got to get done here. Again, like I said, I want to try to keep mixing in some like actionable teaching stuff. So when you do lock in, you get access to everything. And yeah, I just want to make it phenomenal, dude. I want to make it phenomenal every time you lock in. So much love to you. If you get in before the end, you do get everything if you get in before the end. If you're on the outside, jump in. Jump in, dude. Jump in. You got access to everything. Let's see here. How are we doing on time? I don't want to hold you guys too long. What did I say here? Moondev.com. What did I say this was going till? 10 a.m. Eastern time? Okay, shit. It's almost 10 a.m. Eastern time. Um, damn. Time flies. I got a couple more things I got to get done first. Let's see here. Oh my God. I've had so many insights the last few days. My list is so long. I'm just trying to figure out what things I hit first. I've already hit some of the most important things. Stat arb, of course, the back test. Ooh, I want to add that as well. Hyperliquid leads liquidations. I don't know if you guys understand that, but they lead liquidations. So this is an interesting idea that I've had. With Hyperliquid, they're the first ones to liquidate because they liquidate at 50%. So I have an idea here of, and I'll just tell you it verbally because I don't have the time to get into it right now, but maybe in the next days I'll do it. I want to verbally tell you this idea I had. Okay, so if you've traded on Hyperliquid, you understand that they liquidate people at 50%. Pony, how are you? Good to see you. They liquidate people when you're down 50%. So what that tells me is they lead the liquidation. So if you see hyper liquid liquidations come in, then you know that the Binance liquidations haven't come in yet. So it may be, I have to test this, of course. It may be a leading indicator of a cascade. Because if Hyperliquid liquidates you at 50%, while everybody else liquidates you at 100%, well, if you start seeing Hyperliquid liquidations come in, that may lead to Binance and OKX and other liquidations. So I think that's a very interesting thing that I need to build into Quant app. But yeah, dude, I went over a lot today. Let's take a 2-minute break. All right. 2-minute break. Let me get some water. All right. So I do want to test that idea real quick. I'm itching to test that one. Okay, so you can see here the social arbitrage agent system is fully implemented. Here's a summary, alpha tags. I'm gonna have to come back to this because this is super fire, but I think this is a full day. So it's under social arbitrage. Perfect. So we've got this teed up for another day. But You just come back to the live and you'll get access. You'll see everything. If you're interested in this. I think this is very, very interesting. So Jan 123 here. I already queued this up and I have a social arbitrage agent in my AI agents GitHub that I am super excited to run. Okay, but I want to go back to the backtesting real quick. So backtesting. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I have an idea here of that hyperliquid liquidations lead the cascades. Okay, so hyperliquid liquidates people at 50% loss, while everybody else liquidates you at 100% loss. So you got like Binance, OKX, etc. And essentially, my hypothesis I want to test is, can we see the liquidations come in on hyperliquid? And then assume that if they start coming in at a small volume on hyperliquid, that the price will cascade that way. And then the Binance liquidations will come in. And once the Binance liquidations come in, that's when we close the position. So we would go with momentum. For example, if there's a bunch of long liquidations on hyperliquid specifically, then we'd enter and then close when there's big long liquidations on Binance. Now, obviously, we're going to have to start with like smaller hyperliquid liquidations. Maybe not even that small, like a couple 100,000, and then assume that's going to be the start of the liquidation cascade. Launch 5 different agents here to test this theory out. Here is the calls you'll need for these, getting the hyperliquid liquidation data separately from the other data, the Binance liquidation data. Okay, I'm gonna have her tee that off. Let's make sure that my API
I
key.
knew I was gonna make it. I just ain't know how. But I knew this world is what you make it. You create your own environment. It all starts with a vision. What you can imagine, you can create.
Just got to make sure that my API keys are correct. It's not correct. Because I had to change it the other day because I showed you guys. I showed you my key, B. I showed you my key, so I have to change it. Maybe you didn't see me show you your key. That's good. Okay, so let's close that here. And then let's go to the examples here. How do we get there? We have trading bots here. Where are those? I need the hyperliquid. Okay, so stat arb. So many things to run, dude. Code dot. Okay. Let's go ahead and open that up here. There she is. So liquidations here. Yeah, I'm gonna tee this off so she can do this. Liquidations there, and then copy path here as well. Okay, and then liquidations here. You can assume that I have my Moondev API key here, and then you can look through this directory, how they called all that stuff. But those are different ways to get liquidations. Remember, you're going to get the liquidations from the hyperliquid and use that as the indicator to enter momentum. And then you're going to close when those long liquidations happen, or short liquidations. This will be long and short. Test different ideas across all 5 agents here, but with that premise that hyperliquid liquidations lead because they liquidate people at 50%, and Binance and OKX and these other places, they liquidate people to 100%. So we're using the idea of hyperliquid liquidation to be an indicator to cascades. Use 5 agents. You should have everything here in order to run this. Okay, so this is my last little project I want to do. I know I threw a lot at you. I tried to get a bunch of stuff done today, and then also on top of that, I tried to teach some things, some updates here. Let me ask you one question. If you used everything you learned today, do you believe that you could automate your trade? You saw how to research. Do you believe you can automate how you're trading now? Where to find ideas? Do you believe you can find new ideas? Do you believe you could backtest now? Yes. Is there any yeses in the chat? Do you believe you could do this? You know, I got red blood. You got red blood. Throw a yes in the chat if you believe you could actually do this now. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's get it. Okay. Great. 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 You guys all said yes. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it, dude. Are you guys excited? Yes. 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 Come on. Let's get it. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that I actually was able to get stuff done today while actually teaching at the same time. I think this is a better format because I go so fast and I'm building so many things that I sometimes am not able to get you guys up to speed. So I'm just gonna try to sprinkle in some teaching here and there. And since I got a bunch of yeses, I do have one more question for you. Can I spend 10 minutes here just going over? I set up a special offer that nobody's ever seen before. It's a special package. Throw a 1 in the chat if that's chill. It'll be 10 minutes. 1. Okay, Felix, let's get it. 1, 1, 1. Sprinkling in lessons is good. Okay, great. I'm glad you guys like that format today. Like I said, you know, I've been setting up this moondev.com funding system here, and you know, now I'm working with other people. I see Kelly in the chat, so a couple of other people are going to get funded, and I had to build out that system, so I just took a couple days back to build that system out by myself. We should get back to normal programming here, where I'm locked in every day. But dude, it's actually, I also had a thought. I might have to pull back on the streams. I might only do 2-3 streams a week because in the last couple days, I've gotten so much more done than I do when I have to speak through things. And somebody said that the other day. They're like, that's our edge on you, Moon, is you have to talk through everything and we get just go. And I haven't tested that theory out in years. In years, dude. Every day I've locked in with you to show absolutely everything. So these last couple of days where I didn't stream, in all honesty, I got more done. But the way I look at this, dude, is my time when I stream, if I show you guys everything, it's not just about me. I believe code's a great equalizer, and I was scared my entire life to learn how to code. So when I find a big unlock like that, I have to share it with my friends. My friends don't give a fuck. But you guys found me on YouTube. You guys found me on YouTube, so I know you give a fuck. You actually want to automate your trading. So yes, I might go slower when I'm on stream because I have to speak through things, but I'm helping people. And to me, I'm a teacher at heart, so I want to help people. I believe code's a great equalizer. If I have an unlock that blows my mind, I want to help you guys. So since you guys threw in the chat here that you do want me to go spend 10 minutes to go over this, let me go ahead and make sure you have all of the stuffs here. I see Wishy just got here. Good morning. Let's get it. You are great. Respect. Thank you. Okay, so let me spend 10 minutes going over this. Let's see here. I did say we'd get off by 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Sorry, it's 11 a.m. here, but it's 10 a.m. East Coast time. Why is it that way? I don't know. I feel like no island changes times. So Hawaii does the same thing, I think. Does Hawaii participate? Yeah. In daylight savings? Yeah, daylight savings is not observed in Hawaii or Puerto Rico. So no islands, it seems like. Islands just don't mess with that. That's crazy, bro. I wonder why. This island life is too chill, bro. All right, let me spend that 10 minutes. Okay, I got this new page here, moondev.com, and nobody's seen this before. Nobody's seen this. This is brand new. Nobody's seen any of what I'm about to show you. So moondev.com. And I'm going to drop the links one last time. One last time, I'm going to lock in for this 10 minutes to explain everything here. Yeah, we never change clocks. But what happens is I'm on East Coast time for half of the year. And then this half of the year is hard for me, bro, because I'm 1 hour ahead of East Coast and I'm trying to respect you guys' sleep a little bit. So like I'm up at like 5, 6 a.m. and that's like 4, 5 a.m. East Coast time, or like 1, 2 a.m. Pacific time. I'm from the West Coast too, so I feel extra bad how early I get on. But I'm itching when I wake up. So I've been like during this 6 months, I'm like stalling in the morning to like go do something else, go work out, go take an extra long walk, yada yada. Island life, people aren't forced to get that 8 hours of work in like capitalist system and continental. It's true, Rover. That's true. That's very true. Yeah, we work too hard in the other world. I don't know. I don't really think it's too hard, but I like it. I like it. I like stepping on the gas. But I also appreciate the things I've learned from PR. PR stands for patience required. And that's a really, really good thing to learn as a trader because none of us are really that patient. It's not for nature. Okay, I'm gonna drop this in here and then I'm gonna show you this. It'll be like 10, 15 minutes. Okay, so if anybody jumps in, this is brand new here. This is that special package I set up for you guys only. So moondive.com/win. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go through this step by step. I'm going to show you everything you're going to get with this never before seen package that only you guys get to see. There, you don't have the link yet. You don't have the link. Nobody has the link yet. I'll give you the link later. I know you heard of the MLK deal, all that. I know I've been spamming you all over the place, but nobody's seen this. Nobody's seen this, dude. So, of course, you're going to get the algo trade camp. I know I just threw a lot at you, and I really, truly hope that you can just go step on the gas today with that roadmap and all the tips I gave you today. But I wanted to put this special together for you guys because you guys lock in with me all the time. So let's get it. You're going to get the algo trade camp, and that's a $3,000 value. You can go look at the reviews on the internet. But the algo trade camp is pretty much a culmination of everything I know when it comes to automated trading, and it's teaching you, even if you don't know how to code, how to automate your trading step by step. I hold your hand.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life.
That was Steve Jobs, and he says your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. If you truly want to be a trader, you have two options right now. Option one, stop trading. Or option two, approach it quantitatively. I showed you how to research. I showed you where to get ideas. I showed you how to backtest. I gave you the code for the backtest. I gave you the step-by-step plan for building out actual bots. But in the algo trade camp, this is a 6-week step-by-step videos that show you, even if you don't know how to code, I show you how to use AI so it'll code for you. You just have to come with the ambition and the ideas. So that's what the Algo Trade Camp is. It's 60 different days of step-by-step videos. And in the first 15 days, that first 15 days shows you how to automate your trading. Days 15 to 60 are because I'm not your guru. I'm chasing Jim Simons. He had $31 billion. He passed. $31 billion. I don't have $1 billion. So I have a long ways to go. But what happened is I shared all this on YouTube because I spazzed out. I was excited, dude. Dude, anybody can learn how to code. That was my realization. I didn't know how to code. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on Upwork developers to code out apps for me because why would I learn how to code? Well, you have to learn how to code if you actually want to automate your trading because you have to build your own edge. You have to have your own ideas. You have to keep that close to your chest. But that unlock to me was like, dude, I'm the computer guy of my friends. I'm the one who's run up bags on businesses after business of my friends, and none of my friends ever want to do this. So fuck. I'm just going to show it on YouTube and see who shows up. And you guys are here. So I'm sure you've looked at your friends before and been like, bro, try this. I'm doing this. It's working. Yada, yada, try this. They just don't want to do it. They're not interested. But that's the beautiful thing about the internet and YouTube is you guys all found me somehow. And while I was figuring out how to code on YouTube and then how to automate my trading on YouTube, well, guess what? A lot of you guys found me. And you're like, Moon, please put together a boot camp, put together a course, show me this step by step because I see that you're a regular person just like me. I see I could do this. I just need you to hold my hand. So what I did is I did that. I finally built a boot camp. It was a 15-day boot camp that showed anybody how to automate their trading step by step. And that's the algo trade camp. It holds your hand through the entire process. It's a $3,000 value. It could be way more than that, simply because I would have died to have this from the guy that inspired me, but he wasn't sharing anything. Wall Street will never share anything with you. They don't want you to win, dude. I want you to win. I want you to have success. I want you to have this light bulb that goes off in your head like, damn, I can automate my trading too. As long as I follow this system that MoonDev shows me step by step, I don't have to have that anxiety, that weight on my shoulders. Doesn't it feel good to just know for the rest of your life you don't have to sit in front of those charts? You hear that noise in the background? Yeah, those are people getting liquidated. People that are using 40x leverage getting liquidated. Yes, I hear it all day. You don't have to worry about that life anymore. You can take that weight that's on your chest right now of like, am I gonna win? Am I gonna lose? Do I know if the price is going up or down? You don't have to make those decisions anymore. You're going to automate your trading. You're going to see if it works in the past. If it works in the past, it's much more likely to work in the future. I walk you through those steps, step by step, even if you've never, ever coded before. So you get the algo trade camp that is going to take a 5-year process and break it down into 15 days and then have an expansion pack to 6 weeks. So you'll learn in the next 15 days, but then there's more because I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. And when I learn new things, I add it to the algo trade camp. That's at least a $3,000 value. I would have paid $50,000 for this knowledge from that guy that inspired me, but he wouldn't tell me anything because he's part of Wall Street. He's one of those quants, dude. He's one of those guys that wants to say, you can't do this because I went to Stanford, yada, yada. Okay, bro. You're literally sitting there smoking a joint and I bought your crib. So if I can buy your crib, then why can't I trade $1 billion a day too? You know, there's no difference between me and you. Doesn't matter where you are in this world. If you learn how to code, you can automate your trading. This is the exact blueprint. Algo Trade Camp, go look at the reviews on the internet. But you're going to get way more than that. So you get the Algo Trade Camp that is going to revolutionize the way you trade for the rest of your life. You'll never have to click enter. You'll never get liquidated like these guys. You can hear them. You can hear them all day. The timing of this is perfect. Don't be one of those guys, please. You get the Algo Trade Camp. I'll show you step by step how to automate your trading. But not only that, you saw some of these samples of what I know with AI. I've been using AI since the start, dude. I got roasted, but I figured everything out when it comes to AI. So I have AI masterclasses that will show you step by step how to have AI do the heavy lifting. That's at least $1,000 value, arguably more. So we're at $3,997, dude. This is going to show you how to automate your trading and then show you how to have AI do all the hard stuff for you. So you don't need to know how to code. And then I spent 6 months at least. Wish he was here. I definitely know Wish he was here. Wayne in the chat. Jane was here. There's a ton of us that were locking in for 6 months plus, trying to figure out how to trade automatically with bots on Solana. We built a copy bot and a sniper bot. They absolutely cleaned up. Now, Solana's kind of dead right now, but I think it's one of the best casinos. So eventually, if it does come back, who's going to be ready? Me and you, because I have a step-by-step course that took 6 months of time and teaches you in a couple days. So you can build bots not only for any exchange in the world, because Algo Trade Camp shows you how to use CCXT, which connects to Binance, Coinbase, all exchanges, and then also shows you how to use Hyperliquid so you can connect directly. You got AI that can help you along the way if you ever have any questions, but we're also there for you. We have a group of quants that are here in the chat with you all day. If you ever have questions, don't worry about it. We got you. But not only that, you also learn how to build on-chain. So these are skills, and these are skills that are insane and you need to have, because guess what? Tomorrow, the action might be on Solana. While right now, we have to be able to short. You could hear all these liquidations. Those are short liquidations. Those are long liquidations. So the only way to win is short. Well, how do you do that? That's Hyperliquid or a perps exchange. I show you how to do all that in Algo Trade Camp. So now you know how to create bots for any exchange, but you also know how to create bots on chain with Solana. These are short, concise videos that you can watch at any speed in any language. This is at least a $5,497 value. And that's because I would literally pay this. If I could go back 5 years in time and just download all of the information, oh my God. If I got what I'm giving you just now that's on the screen, that's worth so much money. That's worth 25 racks to me. but I know what's in there. And of course I'm biased. Let's keep going. There's more. There's more. I'm also going to give you a polymarket trading bot course. So polymarket is crazy. There are so many markets. There are so many markets available to trade. We've never seen anything like this, and nobody else knows how to build bots for it. Some people do, of course, like Jane Street, the funds, but they're never going to share it with you. I show you exactly how to build bots for Polymarket, step by step. Learn exactly how to automate your trading on Polymarket as well. So now you have a bag. You have a deep bag you can build for any crypto exchange, on-chain Solana, and Polymarket. Do you see how this is going to give you an edge? While everybody else is just figuring out what Polymarket is, you're already trading algorithmically on it. While everybody else is going to, when meme season comes back, they're going to be trading on Solana by hand, getting absolutely wrecked. You're going to be looking at data they don't even know about. I show you all this. But not only that, I'm also going to give you unlimited private Zoom calls. So all like this call right now, everybody else has to pay for it. You get unlimited forever. And we'll have other events. Anytime that I have a Zoom event, you're in for free. And then on top of that, Quant Elite, people are literally paying $297 per month right now for Quant Elite. So you're going to get the algo trade camp that's showing you step-by-step how to automate your trading. You're getting AI masterclasses so you see exactly how to have AI code for you and do all the hard things for you. You've got the Solana Copybot and Sniper course. You get the Polymarket trading bot course. That's insane. This is like, you weren't able to do this a year ago, but now I'll show you how to do it in the next few days. You get unlimited Zoom calls, and then you get Quant Elite. Quant Elite is special. Why? Because this is where I put my new bots, new back tests, and I've been doing this for years now. But not only that, I have multiple quants in here that are doing the same thing. So every single day we're uploading multiple times a week, new back tests. We're reading papers, doing the RBI system for you, researching, back testing, implementing, and anything that we come up with, we add here. And we've been doing this for years. So there's over 300 pieces of code, back tests, bots, algos, data. This is 2 gigabytes of liquidation data, dude. That would cost $10,000.
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
Period. I'm willing to die for this, dude. I'm chasing a $31 billion man. Of course I'm willing to die for this. So I built a team years back that are always researching, always backtesting, and always dropping the code. This is code for me, by the way. I hired these quants for me, but I put them into a channel with all of us. So we have the members chat. Of course, you're going to get access to the members chat, but you also get 2+ years of us dropping multiple times a week. So it's 300+ backtests. And this is where I put my new code each week in Quant Elite. And then Quant Elite also gives you access to those GitHubs you were seeing. So you can see this value is $13,511 right now. And I would pay that right now. If I could go back in time, 5 years, I would pay that. No doubt. I'd pay double that. But I wanted to make this even better. So let's just keep making it better. Let's make it better and better. Because I believe code is a great equalizer. I believe if you have everything I have, then you can do things much better than me. Okay, so bonus number 1, I'm going to give you the MoonDev Vault, which is insane, and people have been asking for this, but you only have 45 minutes to get in, so I got to get through this because the timer has already started. So the MoonDev Vault is so sick. This is literally every single stream I've ever had that is not on YouTube anymore. It's 2 terabytes of data. 2 terabytes of videos. You get to literally see the entire breakdown of everything I've ever built, ever. Everything I've learned in order to build out the Algo Trade Camp, I did it live on stream. But YouTube made me take down all my videos. I have a few videos left, maybe 100, but I used to have 1,000. Here's 2 terabytes of my past videos. So you can really dive into the weeds here. You can throw this into AI, whatever you need to do. That's a bonus if you jump in the next 45 minutes. That's just one of the bonuses. There's multiple bonuses. Bonus number 2, you get the MoonDev API key. So this is a $10,000 value simply because that's what I'm going to be selling it to the banks and hedge funds for. And literally this liquidation data that you get is $10,000 on CoinGlass. If you go to CoinGlass, you'll be able to see that they give you 12 days of data. for $10,000, $900 a month. I give you 18 months of liquidation data, plus I give you the API key that powers the quant app and the hyperliquid data layer. All of these secret data sources that nobody else has access to, you get access to that with the API key. But that's just a bonus, because this is revolutionary. You're going to learn exactly how to automate your trading, use AI. But on top of that, as a bonus, you get the MoonDev API key. That's sick. Another bonus, you get my trading bot GitHub. You saw my trading bot GitHub. There's another 100+ back tests in there. There's a ton of different templates in there. Trading bots here. You can go to back test. There's so many great ideas here. Nothing is plug and play, make $1 million overnight. But you can see there's hundreds of back tests I can scroll through forever here. You get access to this private GitHub. And then a lot of people ask me, can you trade on different exchanges? Look, I got Binance, I got Extended, I got Hibachi, I got Hyperliquid. All of the code is here. So you don't have to spend 5 years doing all this. No, dude. You just have to go ahead and find your own edge, and you have everything else built out for you. That's insane. And then on top of that, I have interactive brokers. So if you want to trade futures or stocks or options, I got all that code here. This stuff was so hard to build. It was so hard to build. And you could go ahead and I gave you the information. I gave you a lot of information today. You could go ahead, attack this for the next 5 years to try to catch up to me. But by the time you catch up to me, I'm going to be on my 10th year. And everybody inside the boot camp, they're going to have my 10 years of experience. You see what I'm saying? So you have two options. You could be a doer or a dabbler. If you want to dabble, you can dabble for as long as you want, dude. But I made this easy for you. You think you can't do this? Dude, I got held back in 7th grade. I still read backwards. You got this, bro. I believe in you. And think about it. If all this package did was this, the Algo Trade Camp, if all it did was automate your trading, would it be worth $31,000? I don't know about you, but I used to get liquidated for $31,000 on the weekly. On the weekly when I was trading by hand. So would it be worth it? Yes, of course. If all I did was teach you how to use AI to be able to code 100 times faster, would it be worth it? Yes. If all this did was give you one profitable Polymarket or Solana bot, would it be worth it? Yes. Now there's nothing plug and play, but I have a ton of ideas and a ton of infrastructure already built for you. And I show you step by step how to go from non-automated trader to fully automated trader, even if you don't know how to code. So if you could rest assured for the rest of your life that you never have to trade by hand and you have systems that execute with no emotion, would it be worth it? Yes, dude. That's why the value is there. It's I would literally pay that today, but I want to make this so good. Here's another bonus. I'm going to give you my AI agents GitHub as well. This is one of the fastest growing GitHubs in the world, but I had to take it down. I had to take it down. There's too much sauce in here. I actually got hacked. So I had to take it down, but there's too much good stuff. You saw the RBI agent here. She just backtested 16 different ideas. She's done. So while I was yapping, she was backtesting. That's the RBI agent PP. You have full access to this. And then one of my other favorite agents here is the swarm agent. I can essentially launch a swarm of different AIs to take on any task. Anyway, there's 20+ agents in here. I don't have the time to go through all of them right now, as the timer is ticking and I haven't even given you the link yet. The 5th one is Quant App Access. Quant App, you can go ahead and see how Quant App works here. I won't go too deep into it, but if you go to my YouTube here and go to playlist here, I have a full breakdown of Quant App. It should be somewhere around here. Quant App Bootcamp. You can go learn exactly how to use Quant App step by step. But essentially, it helps you become a quant before you even know how to code. So this is a massive edge for hand traders. But in reality, I want you to become an automated trader. So this is a $48,000 value. You do get Quant App access for joining as a bonus. You get the AI agents GitHub. You get the trading bot GitHub. You get the MoonDev API key. You get the MoonDev Vault. And then you get the core offer, which is the Algo Trade Camp. You get the AI Masterclasses. You get the Solana Copybot course and SniperBot course. You get the Polymarket Trading Bot course. You get unlimited Zoom calls. And then you get Quant Elite. People are literally paying $297 every single month for this. But you get access to all of it. It's a $48,000 value. And that's not even egregious, dude. I would literally, if I could go back 5 years and learn everything I know right now, I would pay $100,000, dude. Time is money. I lost my best friend staring at these damn charts, dude. Do you think I don't fully believe that I would pay $100,000 to get that time back? Of course. Of course, man. Of course. Come on, man. I know I'm biased. I know what's in there. You don't know, but I'm trying to emphasize how important this is to you. And there's 100% money back guarantee. I know the timer is ticking. Now, like, this is the value. And now, obviously, I'm not just gonna go ahead and charge this much because I believe code is a great equalizer. And I understand that this would be expensive. It would be expensive no matter who you are. And I know I'm a random guy on the internet. I do back everything with a 90-day money back guarantee, of course. But I had two options. I could do some like broad, super cheap thing where I can't really help people, or I could go deep and just overvalue this. And that's why I provided more value. I threw more value than you could ever imagine, dude. I have the Algo Trade Camp, AI Masterclasses. You see everything on the screen. I wanted to go deep. I wanted to make sure that you actually have success with automated trading. I didn't want to do some like cheap little, like, here, go do it yourself. No, I want you in the community with me so you can ask questions. I want to surround you with great quants. I want to surround you with other people that are automating their trading too with the same information. So I went deep. As you can see, this is the craziest offer ever. And, I was like, okay, well, how can I make this a little bit more affordable? Obviously not going to charge you $48,000, although I would pay for it. But my two choices led me to going deeper, because ask yourself this: if I had a profitable, if you had a profitable trading bot, if I had a profitable trading bot, would it be worth $48,000? Yes, right? If you never had to stare at the charts again, have I opened the charts today? Have you seen me look at the charts today? If all you got was one profitable trading bot because I showed you the step-by-step method on how to find ideas that actually work, would it be worth $48,000? Yes. Or ask yourself, what would one profitable trading bot be worth? You answer that in your head, dude. It's not a cost. It's an investment. It's an investment in a different approach to trading. Trading works. It's just not working for you because you're trading with emotions. You're over trading.
Naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
And I've been beating on my craft for hours and hours and days and years, so I can wrap it all up and give you something step by step in short, concise videos. I know the timer's ticking and you don't even know where to get it yet. This offer has never been shown, never been seen. Look, you got two options right now, dude. You could go keep trading by hand and lose all your money, or you can become a quant. Once you say you're a quant, okay, you have to learn how to code. Well, we got AI to code for us. Great. So you could go to Upwork and say, hey, I'm going to hire some Indian off Upwork to code this for me, but you have to leak your edge, number one, and you have to spend months, if not years, iterating with them until you get it right. Nobody's going to have a profitable bot to start. So really, this is your option. Lock in 4 hours a day, 2 to 4 hours a day. That's all you need, dude. I've been doing 4 hours a day for 5 years, and everything I learned, you're going to learn. So do it yourself or do it with me. It's us versus Wall Street. I think you want to be on the same team, dude. I think you want to be on the same team. So you see everything you get, right? You're going to get the Algo Trade Camp. It's a 6-week step-by-step how to automate your trading, even if you don't know how to code. You get the AI masterclasses. You're going to have AI do all the heavy lifting for you. So if you feel like, oh, I can't do this because I don't know how to code, guess who does know how to code? AI does. And I show you exactly how to use her. You get the Solana Copybot course and the SniperBot course. So when Solana heats up again, you're going to be already ready. You don't want to be behind. And Poly Market is one of the most fascinating markets in the world because there's unlimited things to trade. You get access to that course as well. And you get all of these Zoom calls for free forever, dude. And then on top of that, this is so special. 300 bots plus back tests inside of Quant Elite now, and it's growing every single week. There's 2, 3, 4 different new bots, back test ideas that are posted in Quant Elite. and you get access to it for the full year. So you get 1 year access to all of this above. And on top of that, you get the MoonDev Vault, you get the MoonDev API key, you get the trading bot GitHub, you get the exclusive AI agent GitHub, and you get Quant App access. This is going to be sold for a minimum of $1,000 per month. A minimum of $1,000 per month. Every single prop firm, every single trading desk will have to use Quant App, but you get access to it. Now you can see I reset the timer because I know I yapped. This is everything you get. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this a good deal. So what I did is I said 50% off. Okay, $17,256. That math doesn't even math. That's not 50%, dude. You get the point. 75% off. Okay, I know this is an investment, but I believe code is a great equalizer. I want to help people that may not be able to afford 75% off, dude. So let's do 85% off. This math ain't mathing, but $5,000. Okay, that's actually a fair price. Let's do 5,000. Let's do 5,000. And you get access for the full year instead of 48 Gs. And like I said, I would pay 50,000. So I'm trying to make this as broad as I possibly can without like taking the value down. So I felt like 5,000 was a very fair price here. So let's just stick with that. And then here's the link you can get to join. And nope, I want to make it even better, dude. I believe code is a great equalizer. 96% off, $1,500 one-time payment. You get access for the entire year. There's nothing else. You don't have to pay me anything for the rest of the year. You can see all of the testimonials here on the right side. And the timer starts now. I'm going to open up Q&A. If you have any questions, please let me know in the chat. So it's $1,500 to get in. This is how you get there. Nobody else has this link, bro. Nobody else has this link. Only you, because you locked in. moondev.com/go. moondev.com/go. If you do want to take me up on this offer, like I said, there's doers and dabblers. If you've locked in for this whole time, I know you're a doer. You're not a dabbler. So $1,500 when it should be 50,000. I would pay $50,000 right now if I could go back in time, but I can't and you can, because I have the knowledge that you need to know in order to automate your trading. And I know for a fact that you can do this because I've watched hundreds of other people go through this exact training and have success. And you can read all the testimonials you want. moondev.com/go. And you don't even have to say yes right now is the thing. You just say maybe. Jump in, see if it's worth it. See if you have fun with it. You have to have fun with it, right? And if you have fun with it and it's worth it, then stay inside. There's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you have 90 days to go check it out. And it's a one-time payment, moondev.com/go. So just go over to moondev.com/go. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. You can see everything that you get here. And you may be saying, well, I can't afford $1,500 right now. You can't afford to ever trade again. If you can't afford $1,500 right now, you can't afford to ever trade again because you will lose that $1,500 if you keep trading with leverage by hand. I promise you that. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. It just is what it is. Look at your past results. You're wasting time and you're wasting money. So $1,500, I built this for members because I understand a lot of members are paying $300 a month right now. I wanted to give you a fat discount. Quantally, it's $300 a month. Some of these bonuses you don't have access to anywhere else. The API key, the TradeBot GitHub, the AI agents, the Quant app access. This stuff is not available anywhere else. So you might still think $1,500 is too much for you. So guess what? There's a payment plan as well. 2 payments of $797. So $1,500 today, or pay a little bit more, $94 more, and there's 2 payments. Hey, oh, Moondev, but I can't afford $797. Stop trading, first off. And if you can't afford $797, there's even, if you're in the United States here, you can use Klarna and get payments. Make payments off of Klarna. Oh shit, I just bought it. I was trying to show you the payments, how much the payments are going to be, but you'll have to check that out on your own time. Pay. There should be a pop-up that shows you the payments, but Klarna is pretty nice. So you can actually use our 2-pay option and then cut that into even smaller payments, which is pretty crazy if you live in the United States. But if you don't live in the United States, you have a credit card, you have expendable income. We all do. I spend so much money on Uber Eats. I'm sure you can go ahead and look around, see where you can tighten up a little bit. But I made this the absolute best offer possible because I believe code is a great equalizer. And if I can just give you all the information that I know, all the things that I've tested, then I can help you get up to speed with me faster. And then I'm going to keep running after Jim Simons. And if you have questions, let me know. Let me know in the chat. A lot of people look at money as something that they need to hoard. And it's just, money is just a tool of exchange, dude. That's all it is. You exchange money for food, you get your food. Perfect. You're happy. But a lot of us spend money on like drinks or money on things that we don't get anything back, right? Like if you spend the money today, you're going to get 5 years of knowledge and short, concise videos plus data, plus API keys, plus GitHub's actual code. It's unbelievable. And it's not, now you're not just spending expendable income and not getting anything back for it. You got 40 minutes to decide here, and you got my full attention if you have questions. It's moondev.com/go in order to get there. HTTPS moondev.com/go. And nobody else knows about this. So, I mean, if you guys want in, you got 40 minutes to ask me any questions you have or anything, really. That's the link, moondev.com/go. Pony's in. Let's get it, Pony. Let's go. Let's go. Pony says he just got it. Just bought. He's in. Perfect, dude. Congrats, bro. He's been here locked, dude. He understands that it's not it's okay. It can be expensive depending on where you are in your life, right? But you're investing in a new approach to trading. It's really a lifestyle change because today you became a quant. And now for the rest of your life, you can see, does this strategy actually work? Or if I've been wasting my years, trading strategy doesn't work. Does this idea work in the past? If it does, okay, let me build it into a bot. Let's see if it works in the future. Let's take all emotions out of this trading. Let's not over leverage. Let's not do what everybody else does. Jim Simons says, don't do what others do. If you do that, you're going to get smoked. You're going to lose all your money. So would you rather spend $1,500 on learning how to automate your trading for the rest of your life so you can fish for the rest of your life? I'm not going to give you something plug and play that you just run. No, of course not. That would be silly. That wouldn't even be worth it. Because guess what? If everybody's running the same bot, that will eventually go to zero. So this is actually a much better offer than me saying, hey, pay me $1,500 and I'll give you a profitable trading bot. Because that profitable trading bot would be sold to everybody else. It would go to zero, and then you'd be shit out of luck for the rest of your life. But this, I'm actually teaching you how to automate your trading and how to come up with your own edge. That's amazing. It's an investment.
Since you on anything, you don't have discipline, you don't even know about it.
Right.
Nothing. You give up in the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
With discipline and doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do that, you could be successful in anything.
You
normally are, but you need a support system at the end of the day. You need a community like us that will be there in your corner. Dude, finance is gross, bro. Finance is nasty. It's a scarcity-led industry, bro. Scarcity-led industry. They don't want to see you win. Nobody wants to see you win. I want to see you win. Why? Because if you win, we win. Because we're doing this together. I always say this. I don't want your money. I want your mind. But I don't want the mind of people that won't invest in a better way of trading. Like, I don't want to. That's why I don't even look at YouTube chat anymore, dude. Because these are just a bunch of people that just have comments to say about whatever. They're not even automated traders. Don't listen to anybody that's not ahead of you. That's why I hear Mike Tyson all day. I hear Jim Simons all day. I hear Kobe Bryant all day. I hear Will Smith all day. I surround myself with people that are ahead of me so I can go ahead and level up. I've told you this before, dude, but I spent $2,000 on a course when I was 21 in college. I didn't have $2,000, dude. I was dead broke. I was a college student. I made this $1,500 because I know a dead broke college student as I was spent $2,000. I spent $2,000 on a course that taught me how to build iPhone apps without learning to code. So what did that lead me to? I spent $2,000 on some education because some guy was making millions of dollars as a app developer. So I listened and I bought his course. It's 2000. I didn't have that 2000. I put it on a credit card. Why? Because I know I'm the type of individual that will make things happen. I just need somebody to show me how to do it. I will buy time any day. So I put it at $1,500 because a broke college kid, me, was able to spend $2,000 on a credit card because I knew I'd step on the gas. Now, if you're one of those dabblers, don't spend this money on a credit card. Only use a credit card if you actually are going to automate your trading. You have the whole system now. There's not going to be any questions. And if there are questions, I'm there in the Discord with you all day. And you're going to be on every single one of these Zooms. You've got access to me. I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm not the best in the world. Of course not. Jim Simons is. But he died with a $31 billion net worth. And I'm not your guru either. I'm stepping on the gas every fucking day, dude. And things I learn, I put into the boot camp. Algo Trade Camp has everything. And then if it fits into the poly market train ball course, I put it there. Or if it's in the AI stuff, I put it there. Or if it's the Solana stuff, I put it there. All this data to get an edge, research, backtest, implement. Well, how can I get a bigger edge than anybody else when I'm researching the same stuff everybody else is researching? Oh, what about if I launch a hyperliquid node so I can see things other people can't see? Come on, B. Come on, dude. I'm giving you everything I wish I ever had. moondev.com/go. If you have questions, let me know. The money is going to come right back. You have the option right now. Are you want to spend the $1,500 on your next liquidation fee? You want to spend the next $1,500 on the next 100 trades you use as market orders? Like, that money is going to go away if you keep trading by hand. But if you spend $1,500 as an investment in a new way to approach the markets, it's going to replenish, dude. It's going to replenish, and you get your time back immediately. You get that stress and anxiety off your shoulders. You don't have to approach these markets by hand anymore. You don't have to pretend like you know which way the price is going to go. All that sound you heard in the background, dude, these were people getting liquidated. And guess what? Longs got liquidated, and then shorts are getting liquidated. So it's not like you're God or I'm God and I can pick which way the price is going to go. No, dude, I had to drop my ego. I had to make the realization that, dude, I don't know which way price is going to go. All I can control are the controllables. So if a broke college kid can drop $2,000 on a course and then run up millions of dollars off apps because of that course, me charging you $1,500 as a 36-year-old man that I have to feed for my motherfucking family for generations off this. I'm not playing around, dude. I'm chasing Jim Simons. He's a $31 billion man. It's the biggest reward in the world. Of course, I'm going to spend my later years, my second career here, automating my trading, dude. Of course. Of course. Now I've got systems that run for me 24/7, 365, and I have time to show you guys this. It was a mind-blowing thing to me that a regular dude that got held back in 7th grade, that's dyslexic, I got all the excuses in the world. If I can do this, dude, I need to tell you guys. And I hear stories. I see on the Quant app, I see people getting liquidated. I hear people getting liquid all day. So it's like, those are my brothers out there that are just like me. They see the vehicle of trading. They know it's the way to go, but you're doing it incorrectly. The funds, the market makers, they're not using 40x leverage. No, they're using automated systems. So if you want to take my 5 years and learn everything, it's $1,500 an investment. It's crazy. Again, I spent $2,000 from some guy that was building apps for 2 years. And guess what that led me to? It led me to build my first app. And I spent $15,000. So now I'm $17,000 in the hole as a broke college kid. You have no excuse. You got a credit card. You have expendable income. You can tighten up here and there. Me, I could tighten up so big on Uber Eats, dude, that I could pay this off in less than a month. You've got all the options in the world, but you also have all the excuses in the world. And that's cool if you're in the dabbler camp. I'm a doer, and I know most of you are doers as well. I know Pony's a doer. He jumped in. You got 31 minutes. At the end of this, I'm gone. You got 31 minutes to ask me questions, whatever. But at the end of this 31 minutes, this offer is going to be gone. I'm taking the page down. So you can read what everybody has to say. You can even go to the website yourself and read through every single testimonial if you'd like. These are real people that are ahead of me. This guy went to Harvard. Like, how am I able to help him? It's because this stuff, there's so many intricacies that you're not even going to you're gonna have to figure out yourself if you don't just jump in. It's $1,500 and the money's coming back. There's a 90-day money back guarantee as well. So if you think it's trash, then boom, get your money back. But I have literally 80 plus people that have said great things about this. And most people don't leave reviews, dude. Like, what do you think the percentage of people that leave reviews are? So if there's 88 people here, you can see how many people have helped, dude. People just like you that found me somehow. I don't run ads, dude. Yeah, there's some reason that you're here. You found me. You're looking for a better way to trade. So kudos to you, dog. Because you're somebody who's stepping on the gas. You're a data dog. That's why I fuck with you. You know you can do anything. I know you can too. This structure that I provide is worth $50,000 in my mind. I would have paid 50 racks. And I'm a believer in buying people's knowledge. Obviously, I spent $2K when I was a kid, broke. So guess what? It gave me his knowledge. I built an app. It actually didn't do well, but it led me to building a multi-million-dollar business off apps. My first app didn't do well, just like my first bot didn't do well. So I knew once I had to automate my trading, I knew I couldn't do this the Upwork way. I couldn't just hire people. No way. I couldn't just hire people because it's going to take iterations. My first app didn't work either. I was 17,000 in the hole. And some of you are sitting here scared to put 1,500 down. I was 21, 20, 22, 21 years old. Broke college kid. I put down $2,000 to learn. And then I was so confident I put $15,000 to hire a developer. But I'm giving you the opportunity to learn how to code your own stuff. And all you have to do is invest $1,500. Even if you don't have that, there's a payment plan and there's something called a credit card. So if a broke college kid could do this, that's also playing Division I basketball at the exact same time. It's not like I had as much time as you do. Or maybe you have a job and you're thinking, oh, I don't have enough time. Dude, I was playing Division I basketball. And I spent $2,000 on a course to learn how to build apps and then $15,000 on the app while I had full-time basketball practice, which was 4 hours a day. I had an hour and a half of weights. I had 2 hours a day of tutor. I had 2 hours a day of study hall. I didn't even tell you about class, bro. So you got too much on your plate? Okay, I did too. And I still put my money where my mouth is, dude. I seen that this is the way. Okay, how am I going to run up a bag on the internet? Everybody's making money off apps. Okay, let me go ahead and buy this course, 2 G's. Then 15 G's to build the app. I had to make it happen. I like to burn the boats, baby. I don't know about you, but I'm the burn the boats type of dude. Let me spend this 2K real quick, and I know for a fact I'm gonna make it happen. And I did. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars working with developers, and it gave me the key insight that, hey, now that I'm in my 30s, I didn't learn how to code till I was 30, but I was trading big size with leverage. And I knew, okay, once I met homeboy that was smoking the joint, trading $1 billion a day, oh, I can do this now. Okay, sick. But obviously I can't do it my old way. I can't go to Upwork and hire developers from India or China that will go ahead and ask me all the stupidest little questions. No. Better and better.
Catch on to this or they'll catch on to that. So you just have to, like in any business, you just have to make things better and better and better, because that's what everyone else is trying.
777. Thank you, Jim. I did not time that. He timed it. He said, you got to make systems better and better and better. So I spent a decade scared to learn how to code and be like, fuck this. I'm just going to hire people off Upwork. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. I made a bag off that. That's fine. But once I got into automated trading, I knew for a fact you would have to make your systems better and better and better and better and better. And you have to iterate. You have more ideas and more ideas. I'm 5 years in, dude. I probably would have spent $5 million by now on just developers. So I couldn't do that. That's not affordable. It's not affordable to attack this with paying developers. It's just not. If you want to hire me, okay, 25 racks. I'll build one bot for you. And that's not, your first bot's not going to be good because your first idea is not going to be great. It's tough. It's tough, dude, but it's a hard game. I show you step by step how to do it yourself so you can live forever and you can test forever and you can fish forever. You can find your own systems. Jim Simons, he's the man who ran up a net worth of $31 billion, dude. He says you have to make your systems better and better and better because that's what everybody else is going to do. So you can imagine going to Upwork and hiring somebody off Upwork. Okay, $2,000 to get the back test done. Okay, let's say $5,000 for the bot. Okay, the bot didn't work. Okay, let's do another $2,000, another $2,000, iterate, another $2,000. You got to make your systems better and better and better. So you have to have control. And that's what got me to finally learn how to code. I'm sure you've been on Code Academy, all that good stuff, dude. I'm sure you've done all that. It's just like you churn because it's like I could hire somebody in India to do this. Now you have the information, but information alone is not going to do it for you, dude. You need a system and you need companionship and you need pre-made stuff that can help you accelerate your time. Because you have the option right now. Like you have a lot of the information. I dropped so much fire today on you. I showed you how to research, where to find good ideas. I showed you how to backtest. I gave you the code. I showed you how to build bots. I built 4 or 5 bots today. Come on. But information alone is not going to do it. It's not going to do it. You need a coach. You need somebody who's already figured out an actual system that works. It's us versus them, dude. Us versus Wall Street. But in reality, it's us versus the dabblers because there's doers and dabblers. And I know you're not a dabbler. Because at this point, you've been here for 2-3 hours. Of course, you're not a dabbler. If you got questions, let me know. We got 25 minutes. I'll answer every single question you have. But all you have to do is go to moondev.com right now. You can see all of the testimonials, see exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get the Algo Trade Camp. I'm going to show you step-by-step how to automate your trading, even if you don't know how to code. You get the AI masterclasses that will show you how to have AI do all of the hard work for you. You just need the ideas. You get the Solana Kali bot course, the Sniper bot course, the Polymarket Trade bot course, unlimited Zoom calls. So all these private Zooms we do, you get for free. You get Quant Elite that has 300 plus bots and backtests and new code weekly. People are paying $300 a month for that right now. So just this alone is worth it. 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 And then you get fat bonuses. Just the vault alone is worth it. Just the API key alone is worth it. Just the trading bot GitHub is worth it. Just the exclusive AI agent GitHub is worth it. Just Quant app is worth it, dude. Do you see? I actually believe code is great equalizer. I actually want to invest in you because you found me somehow. I don't run ads. You found me some way, somehow. And that's because of you. You're a data dog. You're fearless. You're curious. You're committed to finding a better way to trade. And you found it. Now you just have to make the decision. Am I actually going to step on the gas or am I just going to be a dabbler for the rest of my life and spend 3-4 hours with this dude and then just not even jump in? I don't know. I got all the options here for you. Pay $1,500, use a credit card, use Klarna. You got payments, whatever you need. But only do that if you're actually going to step on the gas. I don't want to promote using credit cards to people that are just dabblers, but I don't think that's you. If that's a little too heavy for you now, you got 2 payment options. You can use $797 times 2. Okay, it's a little bit more expensive, but you break it up into a payment now and then a payment in a month. You could also use Klarna on that. I bet you could get these payments way down. That's crazy, dude. You can use crypto. Within Stripe, you can go ahead and use crypto as well. So, yeah, dude, this is just, it's an unbelievable offer. Ryan put a line on the chart. It's so fire. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we got 24 minutes here in order to answer any questions you have. And, I just want you to be able to say goodbye to that stressful life, dude. That stressful life of staring at the charts, trying to predict price every single day just because it's 9:30 a.m. doesn't mean it's time to trade. You have to trade when the opportunity is there, when the expected value is there. And only robots can do that because we get anxious. We want to get into trades. We get FOMO. We get scared. Just picture your life, dude. Picture your life where you are now, trading by hand, stressed out, losing money, to becoming a fully automated trader with your friends that are here to help you. You're not going to get laughed at anymore when you say you're a trader because traders are just gamblers. You're a quant. You're going to have respect. I'm just here to show you everything. And I try to make the absolute best offer I possibly can. If you have questions, let me know. I've got 23 minutes to answer anything you have in the chat. You're good, Ryan. Just got back from vacation. Now this. Guess it's time to upgrade from the monthly boot camp. Absolutely, Nodins. Let's get it. It's time. Hey, what's the API key we've been sharing in here? Is it for Quant app? Does it expire daily? Yeah. So if you are in the Zoom, I've been doing this for the first few days, but I won't be doing this forever. You get the API key and then the Quant app just for 24 hours until my next Zoom. So congrats to Pony for getting in here, dude. Raising kids and a job, I can't give up 4 hours of sleep. It will take me years to get through your video library. I really hope an affordable babysitter can be found. Let's get it, Dance. If I were you and I had limited time, I would consume Algo Trade Camp step by step, day by day, at whatever speed you can go. I totally understand that, you know, you got a whole life, and that's like part of the reason you need to be part of this, is because you can either spend that 4 hours a day like I did to figure this out for 5 years, or you could spend less time because I've already figured this all out and I show you step by step how to automate your trading. Now, I'm not going to say that anything's plug and play, of course not, but I spent 4 hours a day. So you don't have to. Now, if you do have that 4 hours a day, of course, I mean, more time, more better. Kwame, you can always email us here at Muna Algo Trade Camp. I don't know what package you bought last year, but I built this offer for current members. So I understand current members are paying $297 a month plus plus more. Like some members are paying up to $400 or $500 a month. So this offer is built for you guys that are already in the boot camp. If you're not in the boot camp, if you've never paid me before, of course, this is even a better offer. But this is built for current members, already acknowledging that you've already probably been in Quant Elite for a few months. Well, if you want to stay in Quant Elite, that's $3,600 a year. If you want to stay in the boot camp. So I built this with the intent, Kwame, that this is an epic discount. Pony says epic discount. I'm so happy, bro. Thank you, dude. I'm so happy that you got in. I'm locked in for life. Let's get it, Grover. Welcome in, Felix says. Let's get it. And if you guys have any more questions, we got 20 minutes. I can answer any questions. After buying, are you going to receive an email? Yes. You're going to go ahead and have instructions on exactly how to get access to everything. So once you join today, you're going to get access to the Algo Trade Camp. You get AI Masterclasses. You get the Solana Copy Bot and Sniper course. You get the Polymarket Trading Bot course. You get unlimited private Zoom calls. You get Quant Elite. A lot of this stuff you get instantly. You just go into the Discord, say, I just joined, and boom, it's going to add all of the things to your thing. A couple of these things will send you an email, or we'll give you instructions to shoot us an email so we can attach your GitHub username to the GitHub, for example. We could get your username attached to the API key, get your Google Drive address to add you to Google Drive. So some of the things we do manually, but a lot of the things you're going to get right away. And when I say manually, it's going to be less than 24 hours, usually way faster. Ryan says, thank you, Moon. I've done modular back trading engine, learned different grid searches, simulates trades off live feeds from DEXs. It can trade live. I have 30 strats with multiple variations. Thank you for helping me out. My pleasure, Ryan. Dude, that is fire. If you guys have questions, let me know. We got 19 minutes. At the end of this 19 minutes, the offer is going to go away. So remember, there's a 90-day money back guarantee, and I'm here almost every day. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not running off with your money, anything like that. You got 90 days. No questions asked. If you want your money back, you get your money back.
I knew I was gonna make it. I just ain't know how. But I knew this world is what you make it. You create your own environment. It all starts with a vision. What you can imagine, you can create.
What you can imagine, you can create. Money back guarantee. So you don't even have to say yes right now. 90 days. Check it out. Let's get it. Kwame says he's hungry to lock back in. 777. This is the only thing I have. So the monthly, it used to be $297 a month for Quant Elite. That's $3,564. Dahlia says the monthly is how much? There is a payment plan here. 2 payments. $797. So you can see there's a monthly plan, pay today and then pay again in 1 month. That is $797. Anyone buy a Pong game for 1,500? You probably have a credit card. You could probably scrape up $797. You can see what everybody has to say here. Let me read through some of these testimonials here because we only have 17 minutes and I'll answer any questions that come through while this happens. But he says, Hollywood says it's about education. This is real world stuff, not just some classroom environment. I paid him a year in advance. I go to Harvard for computer science. The boot camp is the best value I've ever received. It changed my life. Sending you love. Moondev's course is amazing. Honestly, I don't even want more people to join because the information you get is pure gold. However, Moondev truly deserves this rating. How many of you guys took the course? Thinking of signing up? Anyone have any feedback? To be honest, I signed up for the course last week and I'm trying to work through the material. You can learn it from YouTube, but it's a very slow process. Speed, dude, speed. The course material ties it all up with a bow and everything, so you could go tweak everything the code best suits you. I recommend the course if you want immediate results. Bonus, Moondev will work with you to create your own stuff. Lovefree says the videos are so straightforward, packed with so much information. Everything was super easy to understand. I never knew algo trading would be so easy. Moondev literally teaches you A to Z, and the community is amazing too. I'm super glad I took on this challenge. I've learned so much in the first 15 days. So the boot camp is 15 days, but it's extended to 60. I just want to personally thank you for making the boot camp. Like, seriously, you could have sold it for 10x that, but you gave everyone the opportunity to access it. This guy says he's a programmer of 4x. And Tom says that he's also a developer and it got him up to speed very quickly with algo trading for crypto. Should I just send an email to upgrade the bootcamp to get Discord access? AI bot, is it getting all? Yeah. If you shoot an email, if it didn't give you access to everything. Let's see here. You said the AI bot. Let's go look at that, see what's going on here. Public chat. Okay, so I see it. Yeah, it didn't add everything on there. Let me just go ahead and override that real quick because I have that power here. So I just added your Moondev Elite there. It's weird that didn't happen. I'll look into that after, but I just added your Moondev Elite. But also send the email because either way, I got to get you access to the vault and I got to get you the GitHubs and the API key. I can't give you that, Grover, because I'm not a financial advisor and I can't have that liability. Sorry, it's super high liability for me to share this stuff. So I got to be very careful to make sure I don't come off as giving financial advice. That being said, the best financial advice I could give anybody that's trading by hand is stop trading. D. Sandlin says, my bot is making money, so get to coding and stop losing. I was the classic get stopped out daily and it pissed me off, hence why I'm here now making money. Anad says he's been a member. It's great. I'd highly suggest it. This guy said, that's cool. One of my bots that I set up watching you is pretty profitable thanks to you. This guy says, hi guys, I'm new to this thing. I'm really tired of Telegram bots. Do you recommend the bootcamp at all? He says, yes, it's been a life-changing experience. This guy says, hands down, the best decision was clicking on your auto GPT and coming here at the bootcamp. As someone with zero knowledge and building blocks you provide in your camp are the realness and your personality is amazing. Keep it up, man. I love the intro of the bootcamp. I'm about to save you 200 hours. I said, that's the goal. I hope it has. He said, you over-delivered. I haven't even gone through the weekly codes yet. Finish the bootcamp in 2 days. It's that good. Best community and amazing teacher. Do it at your own pace. Amazing teacher. Free AI tools. Yes, I actually give you free AI inside the Discord as well. I didn't even mention that. Banger community here. TLDR, as someone exploring the world of algo trading, I can confidently say that Moondev's algo trade camp is hands down the best. We got 13 minutes, gang. So go over to moondev.com/go. And if you have questions, let me know in the chat right now. We only have 13 minutes and I'm serious about this, bro. I'm serious. I'm going to get it set up right now. Actually, let's go ahead here and Just gotta find my. I gotta find the AI so I can turn this off in 13 minutes. 13 minutes, dude. 13 minutes. If you have questions, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, funny thing is, Moondev has the attention of hedge fund companies copying his scripts. So please don't put old traders above yourself. Exactly, dude. The past 6 months of the Algo Trade Camp have been nothing short of transformational. It's not a trading course, it's a complete mindset shift. This program opened up new doors and opportunities I never thought possible, both personally and professionally. Moondev shows it how it is next level, clear, actual, and grounded in real world experience. Every session kept me sharp. Let's get it, dude. I've learned more in the past week of coming here than years of just owning crypto. Moondev is the most authentic and genuine, generous creators I've ever seen on the internet. He deserves the world. He has helped me immensely. God bless him. Come on, dude. Let's get it. Let's get it. If you have any last minute questions, we got 12 minutes. We got 12 minutes. And remember, there's a 90-day money back guarantee. So I know there's a little pressure here, but it is what it is what it is. I have to limit this. I can't show the whole world. So you got 12 minutes if you want to decide. And you can decide now and within the next 90 days, if it's just not for you or you're not interested in it, whatever, you can get your money back. 777 on God. Let's get it. The boot camp was the kick in the ass that I needed. Moondev's got a great personality. He's an authentic, cool guy with great sense of humor. He keeps me entertained and engaged while I multitask. He explains things clearly that you can just vibe. I've learned so much about AI and coding integration. He's got extra courses and stuff. Now is the best time to become a dev. We all need to learn more. Coding is the great equalizer. We should make a shirt. Let's get it. You're the reason I started my coding journey. Let's get it, dude. The only problem is I feel like I'm missing out if I'm not on my computer. Let's get it, dude. There's so many people that have said great things about this. It's not like I know we all have every excuse in the world for not jumping in today, but you don't even have to make that decision today. Just jump in. You got 90 days to check it out. It truly feels like you have a trusted, loyal friend teaching you the ropes to success. Honestly, the way you come up with strategies on the spot and teach at the same time is a winner for everyone. A powerful and supportive start to my algo trading journey. This bootcamp has been one of the best learning experiences I've had. The content is well structured, detailed, and easy to follow, even with someone with no prior background. Each video is packed with practical information that's immediately useful. The teaching style is clear and straightforward. So I sat down and I worked hard to put this together for you because I got a lot of people asking for it. If you want to be part of the 1%, this is where you start. Forget all those get rich quick douche clowns shilling paywall information that you get from AI for free. This is the real deal. And I honestly would rather just keep it a secret. That's amazing, dude. People are saying great things. I'll update later. Update. It's very good. There's a learning curve for sure, but nothing makes me want to put it down. The code helpers are very attentive. So we're in there with any answers that you have questions to. After the first year, what is the API and app going to cost? I don't know, but that's a year. That's a lot of time. You got 10 minutes. That's a very forward-thinking question. I will make it very affordable to continue. Let's just say that. Because we're in the early days. You know, I'm only on year 5, but I'm just getting started, in my opinion. So I want to get you guys all caught up to speed with me. And the people who take me up on this offer, you guys see how I do it. Like people like Wishy and so a lot of people in here are here for free because they joined something of mine 4 years ago, 3 years ago, you know? So you guys are my fam. I'll hook it up.
So you find things that are predictive. You might guess, oh, such and such should be predictive, might be predictive, and you test it out on the computer, and maybe it is, maybe it is. You test it out on long-term historical data and price data and other things. And then you add to the system this if it works. If it doesn't, you throw it out. So there aren't elaborate equations, at least not for.
All right, if you're still on the fence, I want to show you how to get started. Because remember, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee. So I know there's 8 minutes left. I don't even know if you have time to join anymore. You have to go to moondev.com/go. It's one simple payment of $1,500, an investment in a new way of trading. Or if you can't afford that, that's fine. 2 payments of $797. Super, super, super simple. You click here. There's Klarna. There's credit cards. There is crypto. There's no excuses. If you're a doer, let's do it. You've locked in for multiple hours now. There's nothing else I can tell you except that there's 8 minutes and 20 seconds to get in. Just emailed you now. Nice. Anyone with a doubt, it's definitely worth it. I was in doubt myself, but when I pulled the trigger, I was so happy I did. It's not a sales pitch by any means, just a personal opinion. The boot camp put me 6 months ahead. Hey guys, I'm new to this. I think I read that one. What are you waiting for? The material in the course is everything one needs to get started in this unique and secretive industry. And it's truly amazing. Moondev and his approach to teaching this material are even better. You couldn't ask for a more thoughtful and sincere instructor. I really don't know if I have ever spent better money in my life. If it was just the 15 days promised, the course would be massively undervalued. The fact that there's even more plus a community and everything else, stop reading and sign up. The only thing you'll regret is not doing it sooner. Okay, dude. So here's the link. The last time I'll post the link here. If you guys do want to take this up, I'm turning it all off here in 7 minutes. Moondev.com/go. Here's that final link. It's moondev.com/go. And if you want to jump in, we have 7 minutes. I'll answer any questions for the last 7 minutes, but then I'm cutting the stream. Closing the page. This is your chance. I recommend the bootcamp if you want to learn quickly, maybe already have an edge trading and want to automate it. I learned to code from the bootcamp. I show you how to code, dude. My advice for anyone trying to build a bot, buy his course and learn the basics with AI. And build a bot, test it multiple times. Let's get it. Thank you, brother. My favorite thing about the bootcamp is you don't give us bots to use. You're giving us the skills to endlessly build our own. If you give a man to fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for life. That's beautiful, dude. That's beautiful. The bootcamp is the kick in the ass I needed. There's a ton of alpha in this bootcamp, and it's way more than I was even looking for when I joined. Moondev goes above and beyond to deliver value throughout the course. It's just a bootcamp, but it's still very valuable teaching if you're into learning this style. Yet more evidence of why there's such a buzz around you. Truly incredible customer service. There's 100% money back guarantee. We don't even ask questions. So if you feel like, hey, you're kind of on the fence right now, remember there's a no questions asked money back guarantee. And the reason for that is because I was on the fence about buying a PlayStation 5 last year. And my girl was like to the Costco lady, she said, I was eating a hot dog. I was eating a hot dog because every time I get in line at Costco, I get a hot dog first. Anyways, I was eating a hot dog in line and she said, my girl was like, yo, what's the return policy? And the lady looks at me, she says, we would take back a half-eaten hot dog in 3 years if you want. So I was just like, hell yeah, that is fire. That is fire. I feel so secure about buying this PS5 now, and I bought it. I bought it because there's a unlimited money back guarantee. Now, obviously, I can't do unlimited, but 90 days is pretty fucking good for something online. So much love to you. 90 days. Check it out. You can automate your trading in 90 days. That's crazy. I'm on the fence about buying the bootcamp. Should I take the risk? I'm starting from ground zero coding knowledge, looking for someone to push me here. If you're starting from zero, you should do it. Just know that it's not a magic pill and you have to put in the work. Moondev has laid everything out so you can get up to speed very fast. He cuts your learning curve a lot. The course is a gem. Thank you for putting it together. I'm starting from zero, but man, I'm excited. Let's get it, Pony. I already know he approaches trading well, so it's like, okay, he's gonna do great. You're gonna do great because I know the type of person you are from just this couple of weeks of you chatting here, dude. You're very disciplined, and that is a very, very big edge in a sea among traders that are not disciplined. After Markov, the furious now Moon, the legend. Let's get it, dude. Few years later, not found a better price. Best available Python dev and automating, optimizing trading environments to work and learn with at a professional beginning with a minimal budget. And then this one's super nice. Much appreciated. When your team of doctors says you have your 7 months past when you were projected to pass away, it kind of puts into perspective that there's people that deserve to know that I probably would have passed away if it wasn't for people like you. My bots I've made from your ideas combined with mine have paid off $186,000 in medical bills last quarter of 2023. So I really just got to say, out of everyone I've ever come across, you've done the most to keep me alive and out of millions in debt. And I will never forget that. 777, big 777. All right, we got 3 minutes here. If you want to jump over to moondev.com/go, I will be shutting the stream off. I will be shutting down the page. So, this is for any last minute people. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's a crazy story, huh, Grover? And these are people that just like reach out to me and send this stuff or post it on Discord or post it on YouTube or send me emails. It's just like, I get a lot of hate for sharing this. I get a lot of hate. You got haters that are pissed that I'm leaking all this information. You got other haters that say like, "Oh, why are you teaching this?" Yada yada. I'm a teacher, dude. I grew up with basketball coaches that I look at as my fathers. Like they taught me everything from playing basketball, of course, but to being a man, bro. So it's just like you guys already figured it out. I've always learned from coaches and teachers. So if you know something I don't know, I will happily pay you for it every single time because I know I don't know everything in this world. And if you know something I don't know that I need to know, I will pay you for it. Because I grew up being coached, dude. I've been coached my entire life. You've been coached too. Your parents are coaching you. Signed up. Brian says he's in. All right, Brian, you just made it, dude. I'm excited to get to know you, dude. I'm excited to get to know all you guys. Thank you so much for hanging around here today. I hope that this has been I hope it's been very helpful. I tried to throw a bunch of great tips at you today, exactly how that even if you don't end up joining here, you know how to research, backtest, and implement now. Information alone won't get you there, but at least you'll be able to get your toes wet in this industry. And maybe someday I'll have a special again, but in 1 minute and 24 seconds, this will be gone. I will be turning off the stream. Thank you guys so much for jumping in to this stream today. It's been a lot of fun. I got a lot done. I got a few bots done, a bunch of back tests. We teed off that TikTok social arbitrage thing. I look forward to the next stream. I did have that realization this week that, damn, I do get more done when I don't do it live on stream. So maybe we will cut back a little bit and not do it every single day. I literally have been at this for 5 years, and I've been giving you guys my absolute all on these streams, the videos, and I've been speaking through all of my code. It's kind of silly of me to not realize that, hey, dude, if you don't have to talk and answer questions this entire time, you can go way faster. So I kind of made that realization. Also, I'm getting all our funded traders signed up. I'm trying to get this to a point where I get you guys all of my knowledge. I can get you funding as well. And then shoot, if I die someday, dude, I've laid my mark on the world. I've given everything I got, and I just don't know when that day is gonna be. So you got 25 seconds, and I'm cutting this stream off. 777, dude. Twitter sentiment, that would be sick. Move that for prize. Let's get it, dude. Let's get it. I'm locked in right now. Replace my job. Let's get it, dude. Thank you for the value you always provide. Much love to you guys. I'll see you some other time. I will let you know via email. Have a beautiful weekend. Much love to everybody. 777. Thank you so much for your time. And have a beautiful, blessed weekend and day. 777. Moondive out.